Go home.
Okay,
Campaign
well,
over.
Time for mutants and masterminds.
okay.
Yep.
You ready, Ian?
Ah,
Okay, I am going to recap then.
go ahead.
All right. The party, after a long, arduous journey on the road, decided to stop by the small town of Goldberry. Mostly because they were exhausted after an incident involving a clownless circus and something to do with a fade break. The non-magical party members don't really understand it beyond. It was a dream, sort of, but not really. As it stands, Goldberry has been welcoming, sort of. It's not been like open arms, but after a little bit of talking and, selling of goods and some rather impressive rolls on Runlishin's part, you actually got yourselves more or less accepted and actually some good food and rest in yourselves. So that was nice. Naturally, though, you being the tyrants you are, you're not satisfied with just, a good meal and a nice bed. You decided to see about getting a little extra pay, because the job you're on and, the implications don't seem to be giving you anything more than what we required to eat and sleep, and even then, iffy. So you decided to just see about some jobs. According to rumor, at least according to a pair of nightly sorts, there's some sort of 8-legged bear or 6-legged bear or bear with legs that are too many in the woods that one of them had lost his sword to. Naturally, Valeria wanted to A, prove herself, and B, shiny new sword. Tried on her own to go hunt it down, didn't really make any progress. However, after talking to her allies and just sort of going over the situation, they sort of decided collectively that, going on the hunt for a thing wouldn't be a terrible idea, but were then sidetracked somewhat by a meeting with the mayor, who explained to them that there may be a Tevinter mage in the area seeking his slaves. More discussion followed, and he came to the conclusion that, that needs to be handled pretty badly. And he's offering an obscene amount of money to go do it, an obscenely amount that's rather suspicious, in all honesty. Still, you don't have a lot of evidence pointing anywhere other than somewhere in the woods, so into the woods you went, and promptly you're starting to get eaten by spiders. A lot of them. Really, really big ones, too.
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
More or less. You did also come across another friend of sorts, fellow traveler. You're not sure what to think of her at this point. Tomcos. Was I saying that right? Tomcos?
Close enough.
Close enough. Tomcos.
Tom and Jerry.
Yes, Tom and Jerry. She joined you mostly out of the same interest you have, and that's, Tevinter Mage, need die, hammer to face, etc. This is the sort of problem that unites quite a few people in their collective dislike of Tevinter shitholes. Naturally, of course, the first thing that happened is, being devoured by spiders, so let us handle that before you all continue getting lost in the woods. Now, yes, we left off top of the turn, Mogren. You have noticed that this tree spider thing is getting up to come see what all the noise is about.
I will need you to bring the stream camera to this map, please.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Oops. Button. There you go. It didn't take. Control E. There. Weird. Yeah, I whacked it.
It started, but then it stopped, so... Okay,
yeah, apologies. Should be good now. This was a flaming doom. It's not anymore, so I'll just get rid of it.
Well, big
Over it,
spider
what do?
might be coming over, but we got other big spiders to deal with first.
True. I will point out, she has gone down for the time being. Due to spoder attack.
Yep, and the circles are prone indicators, if I remember?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
More or less on its ass.
Okay, thank you.
She's not actually down. I put that and was waiting to see if you'd notice it.
Yeah, I
Is your
knew
HP
for
not
a
down?
fact she was not going down.
She
no,
hasn't
you're
taken
still
any
do that.
damage yet.
Oh. Well, I don't know your HP. I've just been keeping track of the damage you take, so heck if I know.
I don't think she's taken
Okay.
any damage.
I thought you got hit. Oh, right, no, you moved, so you didn't get hit by the laser thing that hit everyone else. Right, okay, you're good. So whatever. I must have not caught up. Whatever.
In any case, I mean, aim, shoot.
Okie dokie.
Oh god, I have so many bonuses now.
Did you bring enough for the rest of the class?
No, I never will.
Oh.
Tch.
Bonus.
Okay, so aim gives me a +2 now. So my total will be a +8. So add 8.
Yeah, we're supposed to. I thought we were.
That will
leveling up
definitely
after
hit.
the
I just need to know what you're shooting at.
Sorry, 14. What were you saying, Brad?
Aren't level ups after combat?
Yes, level ups
What?
are after combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why?
Oh, I thought you were saying you just got something now. Okay.
No, I just...
You have struck. You have no stunt points, so just roll your damage.
Oh, right, and I have to do this, because I have to. Rolling stealth for backstab damage, to see if it somehow sees through that.
It does not.
Yay, backstab damage.
It is unusually fixated on the... Well, one of the Canary. I don't know which one.
Both of them. There's many eyes.
So 2d6 plus 1 plus 2, so... I forget if the backstab damage is 2d6 or 1d6. 1 second.
I forget everything about this game.
Doesn't it start at 1d6 and you get another 1d6 every other level?
That's a different thing.
That's
No.
D&D.
Nope.
And Pathfinder. And most things with rogues. Might be the same here. Don't know.
Probably not.
Backstab 1d6 extra damage.
At level 4, you get Bluff.
Okay, that's it.
Neat. Ba-ba-da-ba.
Well, I did think the spider looked a little oranger than normal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Have
I'm
it your
loving
way.
it. Little spiders in Valyria looks like. Alright. Little spiders. Is that it? I think all the ones died. That's it. Little spider swarm. Alright, give me a bit. Starting the top right and working my way around Valyria. Go, spiders. Does a 12 hit.
Didn't we
Okay,
get
I'll just
into
help you out here. You need an 18.
Need to know. I don't do shit.
Didn't we also come to the conclusion that even if they did hit, they can't do enough damage to penetrate her armor?
Actually, that's true. These things
This
literally
is true,
can't hurt
but
her.
I can. If they roll stunt points, then they can do things.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
You're right. Normally they cannot hurt her, but if they get enough stunt points, they might just end up binding her in a web or something.
But yes, defensive stance even makes it harder.
Yeah. All right. The other ones that remain on Lorraine. Okay. Does a 15 hit Lorraine?
A 15, that should connect.
All right. And your dog, you tell me. No stunt points though, so it's just there. So 4 damage to Lorraine minus whatever armor she has, if any.
Double checking.
She should have some. We got doggy armor.
We did, yes.
You get
I just
dog
forget
armor.
the exact amount.
While you figure that out, I'm going to assault her with more spoders. No luck.
Yeah, she has an armor rating of 4.
So that she just nips her armor, does nothing. Little spiders were useless. Valeria.
I think I'm going to attack spiders.
That's probably,
Murder! Murder!
I'm just going to pick one at random. What's the total there?
A lot.
I'm going to assume you have at least a +4.
I think that's something along the lines of like +7 right now.
Okay then. So you hit a spider. No stunt points, so just roll damage. Alright, you dig your blade into one and manage to deal some damage to the thing. Icky goop gets all over your sword. You hurt that one. Lorraine. Was under your command. Borf, borf.
Oh, yeah, she's probably just going to hit things.
Alright, go on. Pick a target. Borf, 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 borf.
Alright, so I guess 24, because why not?
Okay,
That's at a 16.
that will strike. Unfortunately, the dog is unable to penetrate the thick, armor-like plating on these things. It's like chewing on a dog toy.
Borf.
Barf. To Valyria, looks like big spoders because they have the superior 415. Alright, big spoder time. Big spoder. That one's going to get up, so let me just unprone him, and I guess use the remainder of his action just to kind of crawl over his buddy and be like, hey. There, that's better. So he's crawling all over his buddy, doesn't give a shit, he's going to be there. And the hugest spider, is he the same? No, he's not. Alright, so that one still gets an action, though. Well, because Mogren did stealthy shit and Cerebus threw fire around, I'm going to assume Cerebus is the more obvious target, so it's going to go for him. Cerebus does a 16.
16, yeah.
Okay, that's one stub point, really. Okay, the big spotters have it for cheap, so hold on.
My next character is a Shadow Mage.
Okay, you take 7 points of damage and you are bound. Well, temporarily bound. Basically, this thing is gushing horrible webbing. I'm going to call it webbing, but it's not quite the same. It's goopier. Essentially, you're going to take a -1 on any physical action, things that require a lot of movement. This does include spells, because spells require arm flailing.
Good thing I have no mana.
I know, I'm just pointing it out. So things like swinging a sword, yada yada. Anything physical. And it is just a debuff for now. You think if you get more on you, it's going to get worse until you can't move. Because that's how that works. I would point out that it is webbing-like, but it's not coming from this thing's abdomen, but so much from the mouth area. Which is horrifying in its own right. Yay for horrification. Rinlishan.
Spider-Man told me it should be coming from his wrists.
You think he should have lots of wrists? So, hard to say which one it would come from. Rinlishan, a new giant spider has replaced the old giant spider.
I appreciate that because it saves me coming to him. Rark. Aim, attack.
It's one that's going to regret its decision because it's got between the two big axe people.
And I just started typing D20. I can't do that.
You have to hit the button.
Yes. Let's see here. 3d6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, somebody's confident they're going to fucking hit.
Plus
All right,
7.
yes. Yes.
All right.
You have no stun points, so just damage.
Yep. That is this plus 5.
Ow. Alright, let's see. Plus what?
Plus 5. 17 total.
Alright, it's alive,
Do you
but
really
barely.
roll a 3d6 for your damage?
Yep.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
I'm now wielding the Silverite axe.
Oof.
Then he bought
At
a
this level, I
wig.
finally ticked up to sufficient strength to start using it.
His muscles have grown. You sink that thing way deep into this creature's body, and that sure is a lot of green goopy blood. At least you think it's
Mhm.
blood. Might be something else. Lorraine!
No, we left that circus, damn it.
Oh no, Lorraine was supposed to go. Ah, never mind. Yeah, screw it. Doesn't matter when Lorraine.
Lorraine went already.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's weird. When do I ever separate? I must have done something earlier.
She
Either
does
way,
have her own
service.
initiative, technically.
No, nope. Timecast. It's Timecast, then service. So Timecast, go ahead.
Okay, so aiming and charging at this spider. So normally it's +7. With aiming and charging, it's +9. Okay. Now I get to move it 2 yards as part of attacking, since I have the two-hander novice talent, and I want to move it north and east. So away from them.
Okay, so sorry, I had to talk to someone there. Repeat your entire thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm adding +9 to that. That's definitely hitting.
Yeah.
So moving into the northeast, away from Mogren and Sarabas.
You want to move this thing?
Yeah.
That's part of what everything just automatically does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just 1 or 2?
2 yards north and east. That's west.
Boop.
Okay. Yep. And now rolling damage. It's 3d6 plus 8. And 4 stun point. Oh wait, no, that's
That's
you
not how
don't-
that works.
Uh-huh. It's
And you're also
just-
rolling the wrong thing. Well,
It
I mean,
has
you
to
can
be
use it if
3d6.
you want.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 14 plus 8, 22.
And and that one is smushed. You hit it so hard, its head caves into its abdomen, and it goes splork, and its guts go flying out of time. Then
Whoa.
But what kind of yardage does she get?
2.
Yeah, that's pretty cut and dry.
He gets 2 yards. Congratulations. Now, Cerebus can have his turn.
I'm just checking out some.
I will allow you to use an action. It can be a move one and all that business to get the goop off you.
Oh, well, in that case, did I have my staff prepared?
You've had that thing for a while, yeah.
Okay, just wondering if I had my staff or my mace out. Okay.
Hey, you've had your staff out because you've been casting.
Well, yeah, I don't need it to cast, but I think I cast an arcane lance earlier and I never switched it out. So.
Oh, you never needed to cast, but it's as long as you have the staff out and used, it works better for fire. Fire is the better.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. It's a staff that actually makes things better for my magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, I must have had that out for a bit. In that case, I'm just going to arcane lance something.
Thought you were out of mana. Alright, Arcane Lance is manaless or something weird.
So yeah, I'm going to do my manaless golden flame on
Yep.
this guy.
Okay.
+4 magic, so that's a 17 against his defense.
You have hit.
Eight penetrating damage.
Splorg. Another corpse to join the pile.
That is my turn.
Looks like it's reset then. Top of the turn. I believe Milgren had Topsy. Yes, he did. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, forgot one thing. It's going to get there. And then promptly try and... let's see.
Please tell me this one has a sword stuck in its back.
Whoever pulls it out gets to be the true king of England.
If any of us ever sail to England, I'm sure that will be a great relief to them.
Alright, you know what you do it on one target, so he's just gonna... Fuck it, time cost. He's going to try and strike you with a long thread, ribbon-like of silk.
Okay.
It's a bit like a lasso.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's
good.
strangling you with the red ribbon.
Hold on.
You're gonna fall in love with him.
Although, is it adding anything to that?
It is. Ah, okay, this is one of those unique things. You need to dodge this, because if it touches you, you're in trouble.
Okay.
That means you own... So any additional armor you get, so any defense you get from your armor or shield is not counted in this case. It's purely your ability to dirge.
So what am I doing?
I believe it is just 10 plus your dexterity, and that should be everything.
It's just 10.
Well, then his fucking 11 hits you, because I think it's a +2 to this.
Oh.
It's pretty terrible. Alright, you have been stuck with a sticky strand of goopy goop, pretty much that Cerebus has, which is you just take a -1 on all physical movement-based stuff.
I don't have that anymore. I took the action to remove it.
Well, I said had. I thought I said had. You had it. Now she does. It's nasty. That's all it's gonna do, though. Now we're at top of the turn. Now Mogren can go.
Reloading and going super stealth.
Super stuff. Is it like Super Saiyan?
Super
but
stealth.
way- Okay, it's gonna try and keep an eye on you. It has succeeded, so you can re-roll your stealth check because you're special like that.
What does it add to it? Because I had 6.
I'm not gonna tell you.
It got higher than that? Alright.
A whole lot higher. Yeah, no. They get a very large bonus for the extra eyes thing.
And really, it only needed a +4.
Yep.
It's not like it rolled 7 and beat you.
It rolled higher and has a... I don't think it actually has a higher bonus than you do. I think it's just close to yours. Yeah, it is just... It's closer than you'd like, though, to your bonus. Anyway, so you have not managed to get out of this thing's line of sight. There's too many eyes.
Yeah, well, reloaded, so...
Baby spiders. Ball her! Yeah, still, yeah, you're right. I need to roll like an 18, so... Actually,
It's down to 16 because
Oh.
his defensive stamps is gone now.
Well, that one is hit, and he has 3 stunt points, so he's going to spend them all.
Do they have +3 now? They had +2 last
Oh,
round.
no, he's doing the aim action.
Okay.
That's where the extra 1 is coming from, so that's why they're able to barely land it. So, it's going to spend all 3. Oh, we can't spend them all on the same thing. God damn it. Well, you're getting good. Fuck you. And the other 2, Fudge, what else does it like to do? Well, it likes to do this. Yep, what? No, yep, yes. You're now prone. Because fuck it. And you gooped. So I think it's total...
Isn't knocking prone a test?
It might be. That's... It might not be. I don't know. I'm going to go double check that ruling.
You're thinking the knock prone combat stunt?
Yeah.
You knock your enemy prone.
Yeah.
And the character's making a melee. Yeah, if you have the 2 points, you knock them over.
Welcome to prone.
So long as it has first done all of its favorite stunts.
Yeah, they only have... actually, that is their favorite stunt. Their first favorite stunt is the goop thing. Then there's knock prone, and then there's another one I'm not talking about.
Yep.
They always goop if they can. So actually, because you're prone and have the goop on, that one also hit, but he has no stunt points. So let's get the damage out of the way, which they can't hurt you, so never mind. This guy. Not hit. Nothing. Last one. Damn it, you guys are supposed to capitalize, you pieces of shit. Y'all suck.
It's hard to capitalize when they still can't hurt her.
She tripped
Yeah,
and
but if
fell
they've got
on
stunt
that
points
spider.
to get, like, things to start, like, armor piercing and stuff, but they keep not... Whatever. Nope.
Borf.
Oh, yep, that one's gonna do it.
Ouch.
This one's gonna kick the shit out of Lorraine real quick. Well, goop. Enjoy. Let's see, prone, because that's on the list. And that actually leads to the 3 for its most... Let's see, what's that favorite one? She's not gooped up enough for it is the problem. And they like doing it, but they can't do it unless the target is immobilized and she's prone? Does that count?
Immobilized is a separate condition.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Yeah, like, you can't do it, so I'll just default to it doing the stabby stab extra damage one. So I believe for 3 stunt points, it's 2d6 damage?
Your thing.
The one that just does a butt ton of damage.
Oh, that's lethal blow. That's 5 stunt points.
Ah, okay.
You can do 1d6?
Alright, there's 3 to spend. That should spend all 3, right?
Yeah, you can mighty blow for 2 stunt points to get 1d6 extra damage.
Son of a gun, at least 1 point. Don't think there's anything else I can do with 1 point.
Rapid reload? Skirmish? I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll just do the
not a lot
extra
of stuff.
damage. Yeah, because if this was like an obviously heavy armor target, but Lorraine has some armor, but not like extreme, so it'll just do the extra d6. Oops.
That means it missed, right?
No, that means you take 8, so 4.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine is bitten and savaged by a crazed spider. Makes unhappy dog sounds.
Borf.
Alright, the follow-up spider. Oh, that's a problem, because that's going to hit as well. Okay, more gooping. Now she's at the stage 2 goop, which is, you're just taking a -2 on everything, and your speed is halved, so you're not immobilized yet. Alright, that leaves 4 points. You're already prone, so that's out. So, 4 points, jeez.
Spend some points to dance a jig.
No.
Spiders are great at jigs.
I'm trying to pick one that makes sense. Give me a second. Probably should
Flirt.
be more damage. If I do the more damage one...
Do they have a communication trait?
No, they're just bugs. They don't really get that. I mean, they do, but it wouldn't make sense.
Oh, then no taunt.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they should still be able to do, like, intimidate.
Yeah, they could do that. You're right, but this isn't really...
I mean, it's just shaking and going, roar.
Yeah, they could, like I said, they could intimidate in theory, but... Honestly, it sounds like just Mighty Blow again would be the best one. Spend the 3.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
How is Lorraine doing, by the by?
Alright, there's another 9 points.
You mean 5 points.
Sorry, you know what I mean. More vicious savaging from spiders.
This is her first damage she's taken, so she's still fine.
Yes, but I don't know whether she has a pool of 10
She
or
has
50.
27 health.
Okay.
So this is not great, but she's okay still.
Final spider. Doesn't do shit. The 2 of the spiders have managed to get themselves fucking coordinated and start kicking the shit out of your dog.
Do spiders really kick?
Yeah, these do. Seen their legs? Huge, pointy, deadly, pokey things.
Are you talking about legs anymore?
Barely. I mean, what else are you gonna call them?
Dicks.
I mean, if you want. Well, there you go.
Well, I think I'll just stand up
You're stood.
and then attack.
You're swinging. You're gonna hit. It's you. Alright. Roll me up some damage and spend those stun points, because you got a fair amount of them this time. Probably gonna go for like whirlwind attack or whatever.
Dual strike is 3 points with our class power.
Yeah. Let's see. keep meaning to make the cheat page, and I never do it. So I have
Amen to
all this
that.
crap in the one little section.
It's a tar.
It's always a tarp.
Well, dual strike's the best way to go about it anyway.
You're a tarp.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, I'm having a bitch of a time finding it. Whatever. Odin, you're familiar with it. It's just the damage hits 2 targets, right?
You roll damage separately, but you apply the same attack result twice.
Okay, that's good enough by me.
Hey, you smack too. Roll your damage.
Dual strike, yeah, costs her 3. She still has 1 stun point. She could skirmish a yard. Or 2 yards, rather.
Let's see. That one already been hit, but does not die, but the other one goes spark.
Or you could stay aware for an extra +1 to something.
Nah, I feel free to move back 2 yards.
Okay.
Actually, no, let's go here.
Help the Doge.
It also means there's less that can surround us both.
Mm-hmm.
Back to back. Anyway.
Okay, that's your turn.
And steps on the dog's tail.
Lorraine will undoubtedly stand up.
Technically, yeah, it doesn't really matter for Perp, because at least not for over there. Hey, Lauren.
Yeah, if you want to do it on her own proper turn, I can wait. I just assume she's going to stand up and attack something because she's a dog.
Yeah, we'll wait for a proper turn just in case
Sounds
you
good.
guys actually get through these things. I doubt it, but you could. Looks like... the big spiders would normally go here, but they're all dead. Rinlishin. That's a horribly gigantic spider.
Yeah. Yeah, about that horribly gigantic spider.
That's most of a house coming at you with a tree on it.
It dug its way out from under that tree?
No, the tree is on it. The tree is on it, like it's growing on it. Like it's mostly tree with a spider on it.
What?
If you roll a
I'm
perception,
picturing it, just... That doesn't
Just
fix
is the right
problem.
answer.
if you roll a perception, I can give you a bit more detail than a tree-carrying spider.
+0.
You know, you're still going to get more detail just because, yeah. Right then. From what you're just looking at straight on, that is in fact a tree-carrying spider. It looks as though the spider at some point or another... I mean, you've seen animals that could, like, maybe have some moss growing on their fur. This is kind of the extremist example where, presumably, this thing had seeds or a seed of a tree on its back at some point, and is using it a bit like a crab would a shell. It's just kind of got roots dug into itself in places. Some are just kind of dangling off, but a few are dug in, so to speak. It'll be a kind of symbiotic relationship. This tree gets, yay, bug food, and obviously the tree, it's going to be hard to hurt that thing, because tree... It does look natural. It doesn't look like as if... Obviously, this is obvious... Well, all these spiders are unnatural, so to speak, but it doesn't look as though someone deliberately fucked with this thing. It looks like just a natural occurrence between two very specifically odd creatures.
When a tree when a spider and a spider root tree love each other very much.
They get married and produce horrible monstrosities.
Well, unfortunately for Yawn Spider, I and Tom Koss are in possession of of a tree's mortal enemy. I am just barely in move and then charge range.
Murder!
Okay, I need you to make a... Are you trained in acrobatics by chance?
Yeah, I was afraid of that. That's dex-based?
Mm-hmm.
+2.
Double checking difficulty. Unfortunately, while you're able to get to the creature, the various low-hanging branches, I guess you're going to and it's more difficult to approach this creature than you first assumed, especially at speed, as it almost deliberately just kind of lowers itself and, well, lowers its front half, lifts its abdomen sort of towards you, and that causes the tree to just tilt forward, and, well, you get there, but you're not swinging that axe.
I'm now running through the branches of a willow.
Yes.
At least it's not a Whomping Willow.
It's about to be. Because it's going to rattle its abdomen, and that's going to suck. But anyway, for now,
I am fouled in my attack attempt.
more or less, yes.
Okay.
This is a very specific mechanic of it. Basically, it's the anti-charge mechanic that this thing has.
Yeah. Just for reference, Rin does give a cry as he makes this charge. It's not only once he's amongst the branches. It starts when he's all the way back here, and his war cry is, "I regret everything."
Famous last words.
Carry on.
Okay, now it's Lorraine's proper turn. So dog gets up. Dog bites at nearest thing. Hits. Has stunt points.
Dog will likely do double attacks.
Okay. Is that on the favored list for dog?
Oh yeah, let me check what hers is. You're right.
Yeah. If it's not, you can still do it, but you have to make a handle animal check for you, because you're commanding Lorraine to.
Well, otherwise she'll be doing lethal blow, so not a bad thing. But let's just see if I can make it.
Oral handle animal to command your doge.
+4.
You've commanded your doge. You will now do the correct stunt. So you're going to pick one spider up and hit it with the other.
Yeah. More like just snapping jaws in many directions.
Rawr, 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 rawr. Woof. Please roll base damage. The snapping jaws of Lorraine just sort of skitter across the initial spider, doing nothing, but it does manage to get enough of a grip on this one to tear a leg free, though it's got spares. So, they're all still alive. That one's missing a leg. Tomcas.
I think my priority is to get the webbing off.
Alright, that will take an action, but you can do so.
And then I'll take a regular move action, so that's 11 yards.
Go ahead. Because you're just using regular move action, you do not need to worry about making a acrobatics test. You're approaching.
So
Cerebus.
Okay. Let's need to check the range on Arcane Lance. Which is, of course, buried in the mage section, because that's where that belongs.
Yes.
Range of 16 yards. Okay. Okay, then for my major, I'm going to try to Arcane Lance the giant spider.
Okie dokie.
I do add 4 to that.
You do not get your staff, unfortunately, on Arcane Lance. Only applies to fire.
Yeah, I get 4 to that.
Okay, I was just making sure you weren't adding the extra +1, that's all.
After which I'm going to use my miner to bring out my Morning Star.
So, was that an attempt to hit it, I presume? With lasers?
Yep.
Unfortunately, no, that will not hit it with lasers.
Morning Star comes out.
It is scorch scorch is a bit of a strong term. Tear a chunk off the tree, but otherwise. Alrighty then. That looks like a giant spoder's turn. Tom Cost and Relishin are within shake range, so it's going to shake its tree at you. So this will hit you both, well, 2 separate rolls, but we'll say. Alright, Rin, what's your defense?
13.
Does not strike you. Tom, what's your defense?
I told you last time.
I don't remember.
10.
No, including your armor. And is it
Armor's
just
not defense.
Armor is not
Right.
defense.
You're just 10. You're easy to hit. Alright, you're hit. It doesn't have any stunt points, so it's just going to beat the shit out of you with its tree. The tree beats the shit out of you.
Okay, that's 15 damage because I have 4 armor.
Alright, yep. It basically just waggles his abdomen with the tree lowered and just starts sweeping branches and tree around, and you get, well, the shit kicked out of you. It's a tree. Right in the shed, you're well versed in the way of the limbo, so you do alright. And that's it then. Logren.
Yeah, debating one thing. Which is mostly just, do I start shooting the big thing, or do I help Valyria kill the little spider so that Valyria and Lorraine can actually get in on the big thing?
Well, that tree looks like it'll kick my ass if I get in there.
It is a tree that it is hitting you with.
Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes.
I mean, the eyes are the sensitive part.
The eyes have it.
The issue right now is from your current position, you're looking straight on at a tree. Because the tree is attached to its abdomen, it basically raises its abdomen, so you're just looking at a whole lot of tree. A shot may be actually more difficult.
I will assist the little spiders right now, because that needs to be done.
They are a problem, yes.
So, first going sneaky. Attacking Blighted Spider 27, by the way.
Okay.
So first sneaky, +6. Does it beat my score?
By a lot, yes.
Wow, okay. God damn it.
It saw you coming a mile away. Somehow. Don't question the eyeballs.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but alright.
Yeah, that's just through pure roll. That wasn't me.
Okay, well, +8 to hit.
Yeah, fucking hit.
But, shitty damage right now.
You heard it, but barely any. It's just a little spot of blood.
What happened to my crossbow doing the most damage out of everyone?
People leveled.
Hmm.
Anywho.
You also haven't upgraded your crossbow, have you?
Little baby spotters. Yeah, they have free reign to just kind of seek out hugs wherever they can. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's 3, 4 of them can't do the aim action, so the rest can. So we'll start with the aimers. Doesn't do. Still doesn't do shit. There's a lot on Lorraine. Let's see. Well, that's a 14 with their bonuses right now. Lorraine has the goop on her, so that does lower their defense. So what's Lorraine's defense if -1?
Her defense was 14 to begin with.
Oh, well, okay, they hit. That's 5 stunt points then, oh boy. Okay, that's the third stack of goop, making her immobilized at this stage. Enjoy that. And then the rest will be spent on prone. Yeah, it takes 3 for mighty, and that leaves them 2 points. Armor piercing, I guess. So your armor is halved for this next attack. So, yeah, halved armor for that one.
How many sub points are each of these things?
2 for, okay, 1 for goop, 2 for prone, 2 for the armor piercing. Total of 5. I had 5 to spend.
Okay. Well, alright.
Alright, next one. So Lorraine is now immobilized, so that makes things way easier for these things to hit. Okay. Just normal. You have your full armor against this, though. That one. That'll hit. Full armor, which doesn't do shit. Last one. Oh, last one against her. And that one actually misses, because that one is actually terrible. Alright. 3 who do not get aim against Valyria. Don't do shit. Alright, that's all the little sputters. Valyria, you may take vengeance upon them for wrapping up your dog in like a cocoon and shit.
Too bad I can't tell which ones I have hurt.
They are kind of a giant swarming swarm of swarminess, but if it helps, I will.
Considering this is also a game, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. HP bars on that. The ones you've hit and aren't, like, you know, most of them are at the point where they're either at full or gonna die in the next breeze that hits them. And yeah, that's all of them. That has hit. You have 2 stunt points. You probably don't need them, but do what you want.
What's the stupid page with all the... I hate this PDF. I hate it so much.
I hate it too.
430, I think.
Yeah, okay. I just ran across it right after bitching.
3:30 or 4:30?
4:30.
Yeah, I thought so.
If you're asking when school gets out, 3:30.
Nah.
I guess I'll just activate defensive stance. There's no point in doing a huge amount of extra damage to this thing.
Not really, no. Splurg. Yeah, these things have good armor, curious attack, and they kind of suck, but it's their armor that's a good point for these things, anyway. Also numbers. Numbers are helping. Valyria, then the tap, over just went. Ren? Yeah, big spider. Okay, Ren. Ren, are you back yet?
Nope, but he already said what he was going to do.
Yeah, he's gonna beat the shit out of it. Alright, yeah, here it is. Aim and attack, so +7 to hit, so I'll just... Okay, I need 7 to that is enough, I believe. Yeah, it is for melee, so 3d6 +5 damage.
That's some damage.
Yeah, he really dug into that thing. Jeez. So just chopped down all the tree in the way. Fuck. Jesus, alright, so... Well, alright. Okay, with one massive, incredible blow, he just rears his goddamn arms back, bulges with muscle for an instant, and chops right through all the tree and detritus in the way and just digs into this fucking side. Yeah, that hurt like a motherfucker.
And there's one other crazy axe wielder behind him.
Yes. Trees are, in fact, anti-fucking... axes are anti-tree, turns out. Alright, then. Speaking of that crazy fucker with the axe... Yep. Lorian. Lorian the dog. Why does it say Lorian? Lorraine. Why did I write it as Lorian? It's weird. That's auto-corrected. Lorraine! Lorraine has been... Oh, you just missed it.
You beat the fuck out of that tree.
Yeah, you did fucking 20 goddamn... With no stun points, just 20 damage to this thing. This thing has a mechanic where it has bonus armor because tree ain't there no more.
Gotcha. Ablative armor, or...
Yeah, it has natural armor, like if you got a huge spider, but it used the tree as extra armor and has actions as long as the tree is intact, and you've kind of destroyed the tree.
I told you, this is a tree's natural enemy.
Clearly. Lorraine.
You realize she stepped away, right?
Did she?
She did post that.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just Rinlish and reposted for some reason. Okay. Okay, Lorraine is bound right now, so I don't think she can get up when she's immobilized. No, not that kind of immobilized. Okay, just gonna bite. Morph. Yeah, with a debuff, can't do shit. Lorraine is a sad dog. Tomcast. Rinlish just trimmed a tree, basically.
Okay, so that seems to me that it no longer has the anti-charging thing.
Many of the branches that were in the way are gone. Much of the tree has been damaged beyond. It may or may not be a dead tree at this point.
Okay, so looks like I can aim and charge then.
As you like, yes.
So +9?
Yes. Well, you're gonna hit.
Okay, now +8 for this damage. Slightly less than thing.
Okay.
I do push it back 2 yards though.
Unfortunately, you do not. This thing has a trait that I like to call humongous.
Okay.
Basically, if you try to use any stunt points or natural abilities that wouldn't move it, it just doesn't.
Okay, that's fine.
Because it's that big and has that many legs.
Okay.
Now, that wouldn't mean you would get refunded your stunt points if you tried something like that. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, just a free thing with her talent.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that talent does not work on this beastie, just due to the legs plus size.
Okay.
Right, so that's some more fucking damage on this thing. It's gonna fucking melt at this point. I'm kind of relying on that tree, and now there's no more tree. Fudge. Cerebus.
I'm going to charge the motherfucker with my Morning Star.
Alright, I'll get in there.
Roar!
Swing for the cheap seats.
I only get +3. even with the charge.
Did you aim first?
Probably
Or-
didn't have the action utility to.
I
could've.
don't think you can aim and charge in the same round, can you?
You can.
You can.
It's a major and a minor.
You line up your charge and go for it. So that
But
is
your
an additional
charge is
one.
only half your speed, so
yeah,
you have
it's only
to.
half.
Oh, he's too far away is the issue. Okay.
Yeah, you have to
So
move,
move and
then
charge, okay.
charge.
That's fine.
Well, half my speed
Oh.
is still 6, yeah.
What is the total there?
It's only 11.
No, that's not going to do it, unfortunately. And Jit's a leg it out of the way before you can smash it. That makes it its turn. Well, you're all a bunch of dicks, aren't you? Well, you broke its fucking tree, so it's fun shit it can't do. So it's just going to try and murder the elf. Fuck you, elf.
Elf murder!
Your defense is 15?
I believe it was 13.
13.
Oh, okay, easy hit. No stun points, though, so it's just going to hit you with its bulk. Let's see, bulk damage. Ah, okay, it's very similar to the tree damage, just it can't hit multiple things. Okay. Bulk smash.
Oof, 8 of that gets through.
Bulk
Down
smash.
to 35 of 45.
Okay. Top, Mogren.
Well,
The tree previously blocking your line of sight via shooty is now not so much in the way.
I'm gonna reload, and I'm gonna try and be stealthy from the big spider.
Quite. Split or win.
Really?
Yeah. Its bonus is very close to yours, but if you get like...
Ugh.
Well, if you gotten one higher, you would have won.
Well,
Alright.
reloaded. I'm not getting any stunt points at all recently, so...
I believe that makes it little spotters. Yeah, you've been just getting really poor luck. Little spotters. Let's get the ones on Valyria. Yeah, 4 of them. Nope. Maybe. With his bonus of... Valyria had defensive stance, didn't she? So that's not going to ping right off. That is correct, right? I'm not crazy.
It's not currently on her token. Did she?
I'm
Did
pretty
she
sure
say
she
she went
did.
into that
Yes.
stance? last
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
So that saved her ass. So the other two.
time? Yeah, they'll need to roll 16 and get stunned.
Those 4 are going to have an easy time, though.
What's up?
Hit.
I just got back. Sorry.
Defensive stance saved your life. One of them rolled a 17 with 6, total of a 17 with 6 stun points, but because your defensive stance right off.
Defensive stance good.
But your dog mugged some more.
Fantastic.
It can't spit you up anymore, so it just defaults straight to prone, which you can't do that anymore, so it just defaults straight to murder. Versus dog. So 13 on dog minus armor.
So
So-
9 again.
That'll hit, so a bunch of stunt points. It can't prone you, it can't spit you, so it just goes for murder. I only got 5, Christ, that's the one that gets a 2d.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, well, shit.
So that's 1. Okay, so let's see.
That one. Okay, well. Bad news bears. Go for murder. Damn it. Swear the perma key. Yeah, I didn't also go on that one either. Alright, last
Okay,
one.
she's unconscious.
That's gonna stop them.
Just saying, at this point, she's at negative health.
Alright, she is now at negative. This is important for healing to get her back up, so keep that in mind. The spiders are devouring Lorraine.
So yeah, she's at like -2.
Yep. They're devouring your dog. It's your turn, actually, Lear. I will point out at this point in time that the ability Taunt does work on these things. You get the stunt
Ability
points for it.
Yeah, the ability taunt requires stunt points.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there. If you get them, that might be a good idea.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack this one.
Okay.
Well, aim, attack, etc.
Oh, look at that! You've definitely hit.
For once, a wealth of stealth points.
Can you use both lightning attack and dual strike?
I believe
yes.
so.
Yes,
but
I can.
Taunt might also be on the list of things you want to do.
Do you have any idea how much this is, though? That's huge. Taunt's neat. Killing 3 of them is neater.
Fair enough. Swing!
Hey, I shot at the little spiders.
It's because no one really likes her. It's okay.
Oopsie. Sorry, I was trying to get this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's counting.
Okay, well, this basically goes for here and here for dual strike, and lightning attack I can't move, unfortunately, so it has to go to there.
Alrighty, you can also go here.
Well, actually, wait, what's adjacency in terms of this?
2.
So, actually, no, I can, okay, so yeah, one will be up there then.
Alright, swing!
Uh,
I don't think so. Might be.
It just says you must have a loaded missile weapon to make a range attack. It doesn't say it can only be done. It's just within range and sight.
Right. And just qualifying, you can't use lightning attack to skip out on range and sight requirements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start swinging some damage.
The only difference is that lightning attack
Okay, let's just do this. Lightning attack requires me to swing to hit, so...
Well, the first one you already hit once, so that's going to hit 2 for damage, so roll damage twice.
Well, look, I can just roll damage 3 times if I just do this first, just to check. So that's going to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, from left to right. First, second, and third.
A lot of dead spotters. Yep,
Probably involving some screaming.
Some very angry, righteous screaming, yes.
My apartment.
Exactly. My apartment!
Alright, Valeria has had her fun. I believe Renlashin is next. Yes, Renlashin. That big spider just kind of thwomped you. It's uncomfortable.
I shall attempt to chop off leg that just attempted to skewer me.
Fair enough.
By which I mean I'm aim and attack.
Total?
That is... Sorry. Yes, +8.
That will strike.
What are you going to stunt with? Armor piercing?
Let's see here. 3 stunts.
Or you could just attack again.
I could lightning attack. But I'm worried about how tough this thing is. So I'm going to pierce armor and skirmish around the side of it to make it a little more difficult for it to escape if that's what it wants to do next.
Fair enough.
So, its armor is halved against...
Oh no, you figured out the weakness these things have. This is gonna suck. Alright, roll your huge damage.
Yeah, I only rolled pretty average.
Yeah, but with half its armor gone.
Yep. And the talve
It felt
rounded
that.
down.
It just lost most of a leg. This thing's in fucking trouble. That would normally be Valeria. Valeria, sorry, Lorraine. Yeah, it'd be Lorraine, but Lorraine is not in the best situation. Tamcas, save the day.
Yep, so aiming and attacking. Plus 8. And 4
Yes.
stun points.
Son of a bitch, you both barely are hitting this thing.
So, because I have Journeyman in two-hander style, Mighty Blow is only 1 point for me.
Nice.
Pierce the armor and blow it mightily.
Yeah, and then I just have one other stunt point. I guess I would also skirmish.
Get on the other side.
Yeah, pretty much.
Boop. Go on then, roll.
So this is 46 plus 8.
Christ. With halved armor, son of a bitch.
Yay!
Son of a bitch.
I mean, that's actually not that great a roll, but a lot of damage still.
Okay, that blow to its abdomen is now as a massive gushing wound. It's just splurging out horrifying goop. This thing's in the bad. Cerebus.
I'm gonna bash at it. I'll aim as a minor action.
Alright.
I don't hit it.
You hit it and do nothing. You bash the shit out of its fucking head and you gotta get anywhere. I imagine two axemen just casually just hacking through this thing with Cerebus perched on its head, just bap, 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 bap. It's not dying, guys!
Yeah, this morning star's not working for me. I need to get a sword.
Oh, goodness. Its turn. Well, shit pickles.
I really don't want any shit pickles.
Well, it's having a bad time, so it's gonna be shit pickles. It really does not have a whole lot of options other than just try and kill the things before it dies. Rin Lushin, it's coming for you. Son of a bitch, you're the most worthless fat bastard. Alright, fine. You said it was 13? Yeah, it's gonna hit you. There. Fuck you. It's desperately flailing and just trying. Trying real hard. Volgren.
I have reloaded.
It looks as though Valeria and her dog are drowning in spiders still, and that big one, though, is pretty heavily hurt, but still alive, so...
Yeah, I don't know. It seems that they have that in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I see a dog on the ground. So, aiming
Well, you
a
see
bladed
a
spider
cocoon that a dog
23.
could be in.
I can't see anything past spiders. Aiming at 23.
Okay.
First, stealthy.
Okay. Oops.
Plus 6.
Let me just... Okay, hold on. Let me actually add these numbers to be absolutely sure. Okay, it fucking won, because it has more stunt points. You're gonna have
Plus 6!
You win!
Okay, aiming.
Yeah, it tied with you and only won because it had 5 stun points and you had none, but
yeah, I know. Now there's going to be a plus 10 to my hit.
You hit it. With no stun points because life hates you.
There.
Splurg!
Crossbow.
You thunk it into it and it just does like a little backspin in the air. There, you're being fired upon by a crossbow.
I'm used to it by now.
Little spiders, what's left of them. Well, you didn't taunt, so I was going to keep eating Lorraine.
Taunt only works on one target.
Yeah, well, that's life. So, first one.
Just saying, I don't feel bad about it. I killed 3 of them that could have hit Lorraine.
3 more, well, no damage to Lorraine then.
I mean, I guess these things have no sense of self-preservation. They just saw 3 of their brethren die.
I don't give a shit. That might actually do. Yeah, that'll do something all right, Lorraine.
Okay, so you just tried to kill the dog for no reason?
No, they're trying to actually drag her corpse. If they think that if they kill it, then fuck off, you'll fuck off, like you'll leave the corpse and they can eat it. They're
That
actually
is how
used to hunting
spiders
them.
work.
They're kind of used to hunting dogs, especially. That's like actually their thing. They show up, they attack them, and they usually kill the dog and fuck off, and then when the person leaves the dog behind, they go and eat it. So I think the dog is still alive at this stage, barely.
I don't know. How negative do you have to go in the system before you die?
Pretty sure you go to your own health.
Are we sure about that?
Pretty sure. At the very least, it's going to be 10 plus your modifier, the con thing.
Right, which would mean Lorraine's dead.
No, let me double check that.
So this is kind of an important thing to note.
Yeah, fair enough. Death. Where are you, Death?
As characters lose health, they get closer to death. When a player character's health reaches 0, they are dying. They will die after a number of rounds equal to 2 plus con, unless they receive healing. They can talk, but cannot take out the other actions. They die at the start of their turn on the final round, so their allies have until then to save them. Most NPCs just die when they reach 0. There is no negative health. Health never goes below 0.
So they're literally doing nothing.
Okay, in that case, more logic.
No!
I can't do it that way.
However, a dying or unconscious character can be killed by a coup de grace. Any adjacent enemy can perform a coup de grace as a major action, and this automatically kills the target. A ranged attack can deliver it if the attacker makes a successful attack roll versus defense 10.
Would you rather them run off with Lorraine or them kill Lorraine?
Having them make strength to try and drag the body away would make more sense.
We're doing that.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's enough for them to start dragging her away.
Good thing it's not a gooey substance that gets caught on the ground.
Yeah, weird how spiders work like that, eh? Oh, wait. This one's going to join him.
That's a legitimate question. How does it not get stuck on the ground?
They
Spiders
probably
don't get
break
stuck
it.
to their own shit, but
They probably break it. Like, they rip it up enough to go with.
Right. Which did you take that into
Consideration, yes. A 15 was
Bullshit.
the 15, a hard check. And then
I
15.
know, but I had to bring it up and you didn't know about, you didn't even think about it, so I call bullshit on that ahead of time, sorry.
Fair enough, but considering I have 3 spiders to work with, and 2 of them got... One got a 13 with his plus 2 strength modifier, that's 15 already. Then a 15 on top of that, I'm pretty sure. I could just kill your dog.
I mean, that's up to you, I guess.
I kind of don't want to kill the dog. I like your dog.
I mean, they're already attacking a dead corpse, basically, for no apparent reason, so...
Yeah, I didn't know there was a negative in this. That's weird. Regardless, they're going to try and escape with their meal. And that's their turn. That makes it your turn, actually, Valeria.
So what, they are already up a tree?
Oh, no, not up a tree. They made it to the tree. I don't know if I can make that clear enough. So they're making it to the tree. I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, you could probably just grab Lorraine and they can't beat you.
This is actually also true.
I mean, there's 4 of them, but there's spiders. Not to mention, as soon as you grab Lorraine, you'll be stuck to her too, and they can't really drag both of you.
Yeah, that actually might be outside their encumbrance limit. Because you're pretty heavily armored.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't hurt you still.
And they still can't hurt you, yeah. And it won't take very long for your friends to get here. I don't think Big Spider has much left in it. That is your move, Valeria.
Well, it's not exactly in character for her to leap on top of a webbed dog and drop her weapons and hope to not die. So she's gonna charge.
Fair enough. You've struck. You've slain.
There's a useful minor action, press the attack. If they move, you can follow them.
Yeah, but I can't do anything with that. Just follow. And they're gonna go up a tree, so I can't really follow.
Well, he does have a crossbow. Old Mogren.
I gotta reload next turn, but yes.
Well. Relishin, how do you want to handle all this?
As far as I'm concerned, this spider may be badly injured, but so long as it is still bleeding, it is definitely a threat.
Thud. Alright, you hit.
Yep. No stunts. This makes me sad.
You're the 3d6. You're hitting as hard as this thing is. This thing is like 8 times your size. You hush.
Fair dues. Plus 5, so just 13 damage.
Alright, still standing. For now.
Yeah, so, same
Aim
as
swing.
before. Mm-hmm.
You hit. You guys are just golf swinging this thing to death.
And 17.
Total? Alright. Huh, it's barely clinging on to life. It gets a turn. I didn't expect that. Well, does Cerebus finish it?
Not with that morning star.
You can try, damn you. You get a whole shitload of stun points, you never know.
I am going to switch the Morning Star out for my Arcane Lance.
Okay. You've struck.
Take 4 penetrating damage.
What's funny is that's about how much damage it's doing thanks to its armor. It actually gets a turn, though. I'm sorry, but it wants to kill someone with it. Oh my god, it has stunt points. Okay, it actually gets to do something with its stunt points.
Does it have sex with them?
Mm-hmm.
No, it wastes them because it has to goop. So you're gooped, and then it has 1 point and can't do shit with that point, so fuck. There's some damage, you get goop on you. I mean, it's hitting decently hard, but that it's tree, it really can't really do shit. You chop its tree down in one goddamn go. So you gooped, -1 on any physical movement-based actions, attacking, defense, blah, blah, blah. Mugren.
Reloading. And actually I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Boop. That's my turn.
Exciting. Spiders. 1, 2, 3.
I gotta ask something. Do the spiders have any self-preservation?
That's what
At
I
this
asked.
point, yes. Yeah, fuck it, they're going up to 3. Screw you.
I mean, the only difference between this turn and last turn is 1 spider.
Yeah, they need. I just checked their encumbrance. They needed 4 to lift Lorraine because of her armor.
Alright.
They actually can't lift her anymore. I mean, they could drag her, but they can't lift her. It's a thing. They could just keep dragging her, but that's like you can pursue them. So they go up the tree and make spider hissy noises. God damn it! I want to get someone in a tree. Well. I'll live my, hobbit fantasy in the woods where you're all in cocoons later. Valyria. The spiders have left you alone, more or less.
Yeah, she's not leaving Lorraine here, though. She's going to drag Lorraine away from the tree.
And you are well within the strength limit to do that, so yeah, feel free to.
What's the movement I can pull off while doing that?
Are you in heavy armor or medium armor at this stage?
Medium. I'm not proficient with heavy yet.
In that case, you can go full. You're not carrying so much stuff as to where a dog is going to slow you down significantly.
So that's a good spot. Besides that, she'll just start cutting open to see what kind of damage we're looking at.
You're looking at a very badly wounded dog. She's breathing for now.
Mm-hmm.
I have to use the restroom.
Okay. That's more or less your turn. Well, let's see. Minor action to move there. It'd be a minor action to basically get her out, so.
Yeah, I figured that was her turn.
No, you're still disabled. You're still prone to it, never mind. Run, Lashin. That spider's trying to murder you.
Wait, the big spider again?
No, it's your turn. It's been trying to murder you and has successfully gotten the process of murdering you. Please kill it before it kills you.
Yes. I too would prefer this option. Damn it! My throat's getting sore. Stop making me scream. Die. +7.
Yeah.
+5.
Yeah, let's see. Does that actually kill it? Well, you have stunt points. And
No, the stunts are on my damage roll.
Actually, that killed it exactly. Alright, blarf. It shudders one final time as you dig your axe into its underside, which has been trying to smush you with, and eventually it runs out of underside, is gutted, and just kind of collapses.
Yay!
Now that you can see its blood in a more torrential, gushing fashion, it's quite clear there is, for lack of a better word, fibers, like root fibers, intertwined in there a lot. Like occasionally there'll just be a chunk of like the tree's root in there.
Delicious.
Yeah, this is definitely sort of a symbiotic / parasitic relationship they got going on.
Oh,
And the fact that
God,
no one has
this
gotten
is-
the reference yet is making me really, really freaking happy.
This stuff is gonna get all over my boots.
Oh no, it's beyond your boots. You're like, it's splattered all over your chest. Your like arms are from the hands to like most of your shoulder is covered in this. That and wood chips because the chop it to the tree earlier. The combat's more or less over. Those 3 spiders aren't coming down from that tree. Lol. Surprised no one's gotten the dual references of the Hobbit in the forest and the other reference I'm waiting for everyone to pick up on.
Oh, I wouldn't have even have quoted. I wouldn't have even promoted that to reference level. There's
just
been nothing
is.
specific like any particular names or anything. It's
Well, there
just
is
a
one-
instance of that. Yes.
There is one thing I am kind of referencing with the spider in the tree, but if no one's got it yet, they won't get it yet.
We're not saving our comrades from being from cocoons in the forest. So yeah. Anyways, I believe there's still just a few more spiders that we need to quickly deal with.
No, combat is over. I'm declaring, unless you want to pick a fight with spiders who want nothing to do with you anymore, fight's done.
They're cowering up in the tree.
Yeah, they're kind of hoping that the dog is dead and they can just come down and eat it when you leave.
Okay.
Well, that's basically what has happened, yeah.
Speaking of Lorraine and whether or not you can save her, I'm going to need a medic. I want to say
Well,
medicate, but that's the wrong fucking system.
It's been 3 turns since she got to death.
Yep, you have 2 plus her con mod.
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's her gone? All of one?
Her con's 1, yeah.
It's a dog.
There's a
Mhm.
dog.
And I don't have any way to advance her, really, that way. So she's just dog.
Bye, dog. It was nice having you.
Do you have any kind of applying first aid?
She does. She's trained in this, which is why I kind of wanted her to get a shot at it. Because you kind of saved her on the turn she died, finger quotes, so I kind of want to give it to you.
The webbing sealed up her wounds. Yep.
What's the total?
I don't
Not
think you know what
great.
spiders actually do.
What is not great?
Let's see. Medic's under cunning, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, so
And
that's
you have
only
a high
an
cunning.
11.
11 is average. That is enough to save the dog, but I'm going to rule 2 things. 1, she's not fighting again today. I don't care what the fuck you do. 2, she is going to take a penalty to... I'm just going to go roll on a table, excuse me. Okay, her forward right leg was badly maimed in the battle, so her speed has been cut down by 4, and she's lost... Well, she's taking basically a -1 penalty on any sort of dexterity checks. Because she's got a bad right leg. Whether or not that is fixable is in the air. Maybe, maybe not. I prefer that over just death because it is more interesting as a character. There. Lorena's alive, but gimpy leg. And very sad.
And delicious.
Possibly.
I say we just cook it and eat it. It's got a lame leg now.
It's not a horse. That's not how it works. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to grab you.
Horses and dogs are different things.
Fair enough.
Let's group up and take inventory. And make sure that we're all still here.
Present.
Oh, good. There you are. Jesus.
Well, I'm out of magic for the day, but I'm good.
I think I might have gotten spider goop in my crossbow, and I was just locking up on me.
Rin, covered toes to shoulders in spider goop, just stares at him deadpan.
Yes, Mogren is untouched. He hasn't been touched this entire time.
Yep, he has survived unscathed.
Did the bloody spider have what we need?
I'm gonna assume we should check the body.
Please do. I'm busy.
I'm already filthy with it.
It's going to take you a bit of time to root through the spiders, just due to the size and mangled nature and the hectic way in which the fight took place.
Yeah,
would you like to make camp
search
here,
check to
or...
search check so that we can get out of these spider-infested woods before darkness falls.
Sounds like a good idea. Well, why don't you help these completely shrubs out?
Sorry, what was that?
Why don't you also roll so, someone can succeed?
What was the roll? Sorry?
Search.
Search perception.
Perception. Okay. Well, that's just a +1. So.
Oh my god. Okay, highest roll was Tomcast. What is your totals?
I only have 0.
Ren?
+0. No focus.
I mean, you find a lot of wood chips. It's going to take a little while to really look over this huge monstrosity.
I reckon. Oh, hold on. No, I do have focus in searching. +2.
Oh, thank Christ.
That still brings me only up to 9, and Tomcast
Yeah,
got
but can't
10.
use
so-
his
Yeah,
stunt
but
points
he's
for
got stunt
expedience.
Yeah, that's the kind of what I was relying on there. Yes.
it needs to succeed in order to use stunt points.
Bugger. Well, take a seat, because it's going to take you a bit to go over this thing fully. And it's not going to take all day, obviously, but just to go over this one corpse takes the better part of like 20, almost 30 minutes. And after a lot of searching, you discover a couple interesting things. Number 1, the tree on its back, what's left of it, actually had a fair number of bones and bits sort of strewn without and held there through silk, and a couple of those corpses had things. One of which is a book, which you can't read. I can't read. It doesn't look like it's written in any... It seems like a cookbook in a lot of ways, but none of you can make heads or tails of it who are at the corpse currently. So some sort of weird book amongst
It
the
seems
many
like
corpses.
a cookbook because of the nice pictures in it, or what?
Amounts. It seems to be a lot of measuring amounts. Like there's a lot of numbers.
Potion manual. Carry on.
Could be. Beyond that, there is a shield. Looks to be a heavy one. Nice big thing. Honestly, it looks a lot like a dinner plate, just sized up. And what else was on this thing's tree corpse? Some throwing hand axes. They seem to be just regular hand axes. There's about 4 of them. Yeah, 4.
I will add them to my growing collection unless Tomcast wants to get in on the throwable axes thing.
I have 2 already.
Okay.
I mean, I can probably take 1 or 2.
You may also freely take this thing's, I don't know, mandibles, I guess, as trophies, because them some big teeth.
Sure.
There's enough mandibles for... Considering how beat up it is, probably around 3 trophies. Fully intact, like big teeth that, obviously aren't fake.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean Chelicera?
Yeah.
Well, this thing's a bit different than... Like, if you look at the picture, it does have more teethy teeth than it has proper mandibles.
Abomination spider, not just giant spider. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah,
I thought it was an 8-legged bear.
Well, maybe.
I think those 2 knights were just drunk completely out of their gourds when they saw this thing in the darkness, so... Either that or they could barely make it out in the darkness.
I heard something about a dinner plate shield.
Correct. It is a, they define this as a large shield, heavy. Big one.
Why are you defining it as a dinner plate?
Because it's shaped like one. Like,
So-
take a dinner plate, make it really big.
So it's round.
Yes.
That's not.
Dinner
There's lots
plates
of
are
things-
also dished, flat in the middle section, and then there's a slight raise and an outside edge.
Yes, that's what
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't sound like a shield.
It has straps, so...
I know, but like if it's edged towards the outside, that means you're not effectively deflecting blows.
I never said it was built sensibly.
To be fair, that's probably why the guy's dead.
Yeah, I guess we'll sell it. It sounds like a piece of crap.
I'll take a look at it, though. I have appraised. Or, not appraised, but what the equivalent is here.
Pretty sure it's praise, but go ahead.
It is appraised, but it's a cunning-based check.
Evaluation, that's what it is.
I'm just realizing I can never use heavy shields. So. Stupid rules not letting me customize my character at all.
Okay, was that your roll there, Morgan?
Haven't rolled yet.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at your old roll. Go on then.
+3.
It looks like it's made of really shitty iron, like there's pig iron and there's a farmer made this out of a hoe. The only thing that's actually interesting about the thing is on the inside of the dish, like where you would the strap is and where you would look at the inside kind of thing. You think that's a dwarvish rune. Thing is, it's not a letter you recognize. Admittedly, your education on the dwarvish runes is limited due to your background, but it's not one immediately recognizable, so it's not common slang nor basic. It's something complicated, probably ritualistic or noble speak, so to say. So that does make this shield dwarvish, question mark? Or at least a dwarf saw to it at some point.
It better not be dwarven made, because that's some pretty shitty metal for being dwarven made.
Yeah, this is the sort of thing you'd make like a pan out of. You could probably actually eat off this like you would like an actual...
Why are you so fixated on comparing this to a dinner plate?
Because it looks really uncannily like a dinner plate. And I found a picture of it and just trust me.
Are we sure it's not a dinner plate?
It could be for a giant dinner plate, know.
Hold on, you said you found a picture of it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not giving it to you. You haven't figured it out yet.
Okay. We
Are
can't really
giants-
see what it looks like.
Are giants a thing in this setting?
They
Yes.
are, but they're not intelligent.
Okay.
You have not earned the right to open your eyes and visualize
yeah,
it.
we are looking
I
at
feel
it.
like it would give it a way to show you.
It wouldn't
Even if
show
it does,
anything
we
to me.
wouldn't. We still wouldn't know what it is in character. I just want to know what this thing actually looks like.
Okay, let me get my picture.
And behold, Glamdrung, dinner plate of the ancients.
Fuck, where'd it go? Hold on. I just... Oh, there. Put it in Mumble. That's not really a good picture of her. Whatever.
No, that is really not a good picture. I can't even
Whatever.
really tell what angle that's at because how it's.
It's
Well,
not drawn
I-
well.
Yeah, well, potato.
That,
and all of it.
unfortunately, that's why you can't tell what angle it's at, because it's not drawn coherently.
Well, let me try and see if I can get one with a bit.
That's actually warping my brain a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you could see it from two different angles.
I wish I
Ow.
remember what it was called. I remember finding it in game and being like, "This is just a dinner plate," and then being just wanted to share it. And now I
Oh,
can't
this
find
is a shield from in one of the games, or
it. Yes, there was a certain shield style in the original Dragon Age that I found just while
Aren't
playing the
these
game
hot
that
light
just was a
shields?
dinner plate.
You mean hoplons?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe does it look like a
That's why
dinner
they're
plate?
that's why they're called hoplites.
Does it look like a dinner plate? That's my only question. The idea
if
was
you
it was a
wanna-
fairly flat. The idea is it's a fairly flat, normal shaped shield, discus, and then there's just this ridge that exists for no reason on the outside, and it's like a circle.
Well, it exists on the outside because that's how they put the edging on the shield.
Well, then it looks a lot like that. There. There's your weird dinner plate shield.
Is that what you're talking about?
It's about right. The ridge is more distinct in the one that I remember.
so it's a hot shield. That's not.
But imagine like something you could use to stand it up with, where the edge is just a lot more outwards.
Sure,
You've never seen 300.
that literally is a Spartan shield.
That's fine. I mean, this helped me visualize it a lot more, because my brain was going to completely different places.
Yes.
Like a dinner platter, and just got a little ding in it, and we could walk around and serve drinks.
I could make it that.
I'd rather not.
Too late.
No. Please, no.
Alright, well, is this better? Nah, it's still... The problem is that I see it as concave, and I think you guys don't. It's eye trickery. Anyway, you point stands, you've got a vague idea, shield, moving on. Made of really shitty iron, but has a rune on it. That's all this thing has on it. Other than guts.
Lots and lots of guts.
Shut up, Dio.
Why?
Why do you feel the need to send that so much?
Well, only because the repetition gag that has already been going on tonight. So
My apartment.
there
Okay.
we go.
Okay.
Competitiveness is my
You
job.
have your loot, fuck off. Either go check the other corpses or mourn over the badly hurt Lorraine.
Did we
Yeah.
ever find this sword?
Not on this guy.
This purported sword?
Not on this corpse.
Okay.
It's a bit bigger than a bear, so if they had said, house-sized bear, maybe, but...
Yeah. There. Yeah, let's... how long until nightfall?
If there were 2 more of these spiders, that's how long. So you're going to say around 4 hours.
We should have time to search those other 2 heaps and maybe get back to the village then?
Yes.
Mhm.
Rolling will speed that up to where, who knows?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Good job.
Boop.
Plus 2.
+1.
I will also look at things. I also get +2.
In order of highest, then. Renlishin. That sure is an interesting hilt sticking out of this thing's forehead.
Oh, thank fuck.
And we wouldn't have seen this when we were fighting them?
Unfortunately, no. It looked a lot like one of its eyes.
Yeah. Have I
You've
the
never rolled perception on it, so...
Have I the strength to pull this sword from the spider?
Try. It'll make you rightful king of all spider folk.
Would
Oh,
this
God.
would this be strength might?
Yes.
Does that
Plus
mean he has to
5.
marry the Spider Queen?
Well, he's yanked it out, so he may have to. Well, you yank out the sword, and there's a sort of brilliant flash of light as you yank it out, and this thing's head, torso, and most of its abdomen kind of explode and go this way a bit. And yes,
And
there
re-
isn't the corpse under
And reveal another spider inside it.
There's just a corpse on top of a corpse, and he
There's
just
just
grabbed the top of
infinite
his corpse.
spiders.
But it was
Tiny,
me,
smaller and
Dio.
smaller Russian spiders.
Matryoshka spiders.
It's Mendelbrot spider. The more spiders you kill, the more spiders there are.
Oh, Lord help me. Spider detonates, revealing the other spider corpse beneath that one, and the sword itself is actually a bit shorter than you expected. It would definitely count as a short sword.
It's a bit short for a stormtrooper.
Shut up. I won't come over there and kill your dog.
They'll not hard anymore.
I wipe the ichor off on the grass and
Roll
maybe.
me a
Oh,
dexterity check, I think would be best.
Oh god. Which of my legs do I lose?
I don't know, let's find out.
Plus 2.
Alright. You lean the sword down to, clean it off on the grass, and you manage to scrape it across the grass, and don't blow your leg off, as the sword sort of creates a, 5-foot long and deep furrow in the ground.
Did we discover a lightsaber? Like, what the hell?
You're not sure. Just sort of, there was a flash of magic, and just part of the ground has ceased to exist.
Why are you blowing things up with magic?
I really did not try to. Does
Perhaps I
anyone
should
else
take a
want to
look at
volunteer
this
to
sword.
hold this thing?
Okay. No more swinging that around.
You're going to magically inspect it, I hope?
No, I'm gonna run a cunning lore check on it because it's all I can do since I have the lore talent.
Yeah.
That didn't go well.
No, it didn't. Well, there's really only 2 things that could be in your head. One, that sword is enchanted to the point where it's basically a god destroyer, and you probably shouldn't be touching it. 2, it's been enchanted so much it's lost all stabilization, and you probably shouldn't be touching it.
Perhaps I should be holding on to this till we get back to the village.
To redefine touching it, as in you should bury it and really hope no one ever finds it, because a casual toss might behead everyone.
Yeah.
It's not in Rin's training. It's not in Rin's background. But it is in Rin's future, and he does have a +2 in magic. Is there anything Rin can glean looking at it?
Roll. I'll let you roll on this. Much as he did.
+2.
Picking up bits and bobs from Cerebus and just existing in this world, and being an elf and thus slightly more sensitive to the Fade and other things, his second explanation of this thing might be damaged kind of rings a bell with you, because after looking at it closely at as much arm's distance as you can, you notice that on the hilt specifically there is a number of runes that are cracked and damaged. It's quite possible this thing is many layers of enchantments that are all currently going fucking haywire. This thing could probably detonate quite impressively if you hit it hard enough.
Let's try it.
Okay, you hang it from that tree, and I'll shoot it with a crossbow bolt.
Yeah,
You get
kill
the
those fucking
impression that
spiders.
this very powerful sword was, stabbed in the spider for whatever insane reason. Not only failed to kill it, but broke it. The sword, that is.
Right.
Someone rolled a very much a natural one, like in the most natural way one can roll in this.
Cerebus, you blow up, like, on a regular basis. Maybe you don't want to be holding on to this.
Oh, it's better than me than anyone else.
Common wisdom says bury it.
I'm used to blowing up.
And then put a tree on top of it.
What's so bad about the sword? Just let the elf carry it. Just don't swing it at me.
Anyone have a spare sheath?
Not that I'd want destroyed by that.
There's a spider right
only
there.
have axe sheaths.
A spider does not a sheath make.
It was
I
working
cannot
before.
I cannot
Jab it
strap
right
a
back into the
spider to
spider.
my belt.
Jab it right back into the spider, and we'll just drag the spider back.
Oh god, what a hideous corpse, my sheath. Anyway, I'm going to go over the other loot while you all figure out how to deal with that. Valeria, I'll get to your spider in a second. The others, so what else is on the particular spider is mostly just trophy, and let's see. Yeah, I would just have the trophy. Trophies are just their mandibles, essentially, big chunks of teeth.
Yep, make sure to get those. We need them to get payment.
This one actually has a number of arrows sticking out of its abdomen, that like arrows, not bolts.
Yeah, not me.
Someone else clearly hunted this thing at some point.
Well, I put 2 arrows into things before I switched to my axe.
Wrong direction. This thing looks like it was shot from behind and it turned to face whatever dealt with it instead of...
Ah.
Besides, the ones you guys, the ones you... His corpse is over there. Anyway, that one didn't really have anything else going on for it, and Valeria's... This one appears to be missing a number of teeth. So we don't get a trophy off that one. So the reason for its lack of teeth becomes apparent as it looks as though at some point someone managed to jam a dagger into it, and it just sort of ended up using that dagger as a tooth instead. Sort of has got a snaggle tooth going on. Think tried to hold the dagger backwards and stab downwards into its jaw, punch through the jaw, is now sticking out the other end as a tooth. Lol.
We did
Actually,
ask about
trophies aren't really like
reward.
same vendor trash. Trophies you could use for other things other than money.
So I'm gonna go off the assumption that we did not find the sword.
You think you did?
He did not say it was enchanted to the uploads everything, and if he said I could keep it, so I imagine it wasn't that enchanted.
Well, you're not sure, honestly. How aware is he that it's enchanted? How badly enchanted is it to where it could get damaged like this? There's a lot of factors here. Hey, hell, he could be talking about this fucking dagger for all you know. As I will quote, he stabbed it with his blade. You may keep the blade if you find it. Never was anything about a sword, and he never really asked. It confused me at the time, but I let you run with it. It can be presumed he stabbed it with something close to his main weapon, because you noticed when you saw him, just remembering, he wasn't wielding any, unlike his fellow, he did not have a sword at his side. So it's quite possible the main enchanted blade was his sword, and he's going to pass it on to you, yada yada. It's just, it are the busted.
Maybe he thought it would still be intact, or maybe it wasn't. It wasn't providing any useful enchantments until it done went broke.
Entirely possible. There are enchantments that are less expensive and more for show, let's say. They're rare.
Either way,
and
he was
not
a
usually worth
crazy, drunken Frenchman. I'm sure we can't take him at his retroactive word.
it. There is that. But that's the pile you have, and if you head back now, you will be able to make it to town before darkness falls.
Can I catch the darkness so it doesn't fall as quickly?
You can try, but it's pretty big.
Roll for it.
He can't hold all this darkness. There's too much. And people keep attacking it for no reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Once we get back to town, I want to buy some stuff. So.
Very well. Everyone will be heading back to town with their pile of loot and injuries.
I do have that shield, by the way.
Okay, good to know. I'm not sure who has the book, but I'm presuming someone. Rinlishin, how are you carrying the blade that is damaged?
I am going to. That kind of depends on whether it makes any more light shows as we walk.
Dexterity check.
Oh God. +2.
You narrowly avoid having your arm taken off, as you're casually walking, it brushes by a bush and explodes the bush.
Okay, guys. This
You get the
thing
impression
is...
anything trying to come anywhere near the tip, especially, explodes.
Yeah, guys, could we take 10 minutes to maybe bury this thing?
Isn't that maybe the proof needed to...
Back in just a second.
Unfortunately, burying it might be out of the question, because that's supposed to be proof of your deed, and, to the Chevalier and such.
How about someone sits here very carefully, and we go get the guy?
Feel like, yeah, we could do that. Leave someone alone in the woods. With spiders.
This has just been a fool's errand. We should bury it and go.
No, I want a fucking reward from this guy for all that we went through.
Do what you must. I'm going to take care of Lorraine.
Yeah, maybe whoever made that armor knows something. Help you out. Who's the guy I'm looking for before you go?
Sorry, pizza arrived.
Delicious pizza.
Okay,
It seems like they're... Yeah, go ahead.
Mogren has recommended that someone sit here with the sword while other people go and get the Frenchman.
Orlesian, for fuck's sake, Orlesian. I know they're French, but come on.
It's the same goddamn thing.
I know, but...
Well, I need my wounds seen too, so I don't think I'm up for camping in the woods.
Well, don't all volunteer at once.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Someone, at least according to Mogren, should probably just sort of stay still, holding the broken and damaged sword, while the others go and fetch the Chevalier Orlesian to show him the sword, and hopefully that's proof enough of the deed being done. Because Rinlishin feels like just wandering around with the sword is going to lead to someone getting exploded.
I'll stay with whoever has the blade.
Alright. Rinlishin's too hurt to stay, so Tomcast, you might be just staying alone with that blade in the forest for a bit.
Well,
Unless someone else volunteers.
I'll do it.
Does anyone know what this guy looks like besides Valyria?
That would complicate matters.
Nope.
I was
simply
in the
ask
inn
for
with
the
Valyria.
Orlesian.
for the curly mustache.
You know what?
And smell the baguettes.
Look, someone other than me go. I'm just gonna insult the Orlesian 5 different ways somehow on the way here. I don't even know.
So it does look like only Tamcast is going to stay behind.
No, that was Mogren volunteering to also stay behind because, like he said, if he
Oh,
goes
that's
to get
what
the
you were doing.
Orlesian, he's gonna somehow insult him in 10 different ways in Orlesian culture because he's a dwarf.
Fair enough. Tamcast and Mogren will be now. Alright. You two will stay behind and I'll deal with what happens. If you get eaten by spiders, I don't know, I'll swing the sword. Everyone else returns to town. We good?
Should be.
Alrighty. You return to town after a outing into the forest that went horribly. What do?
Well, right now I'm looking for errata.
Alright, you're busy. So, Renlishan, Valyria.
There's an item called. There's an armor item called a leather duster, which doesn't have penalties, and you add it to armor, but I can't find it. But it's missing its description and doesn't have a strain value, so I don't know if it adds strain to a mage.
I would argue it doesn't. It's a duster. I mean, it's like, old Western duster. It leaves most of your body free. Unless you tie it off, naturally. Like strap it in.
Okay, yeah, because one of those is 15 silver and would give me another 3 armor rating. So I don't know why everybody's not wearing them.
Because I don't think it
Because-
stacks with other armor.
And
Oh, so that's why the one that's supposed to stack is plus 45. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Is
right.
that what that means?
The tailored leather duster, it just adds. Yeah, you add it to whatever other armor.
yeah.
Okay, so I could have just bought the leather duster instead of the light armor I'm wearing and not had strain value this whole time.
Yes. So, Valyria, I presume you're seeing to Lorraine.
Depends on what state she's in. After carrying her this long.
Unhappy to be hurt. It's just really sad dog, but she is trying to lick your face and make you feel better. She is avoiding putting too much weight on her right forelimb.
Well, that's easy because Valyria wouldn't have let her walk until here.
I know. I'm just saying. Whenever, when she tries to adjust her head to get at you to lick at you, she's avoiding the right forelimb taking any of the weight. When a dog wiggles in your grasp.
Mm-hmm. Renlishan, could you go find our patron?
Will do.
How would you like to enter the inn? Kick down the
Window,
door.
second floor.
Sure, why not? I was going along lines of more, what is your entrance, but, whatever you like.
Hold on, isn't our... Alright, am I looking for our Orlesian friend, or am I looking for our...
Orlesian.
Orlesian. Okay. Or the... Yeah, it was him who wanted us to go find the sword and the spiders and all that. Okay, this was briefly confused whether we wanted to talk to him or the mayor, but yes. I head into the inn through the front door in a casual but slightly limping kind of way.
As soon as you open the door, a wave of sound hits you that can best be translated as a lot of drunken men screaming the word, "Go, go, go," over and over again. And it's pretty certain that it's coming from that crowd of people who are watching the Orlesian attempt to outdrink presumably the whole bar, because as soon as that man falls over, another one gets up and they start drinking again.
I approach.
It's funny as I rolled on a table to see what he'd be doing tonight, and well...
Yeah.
Okay, you approach, and they don't notice you at first as he's busy out drinking this particular person. It seems most of the farmers around here are a bit on the lightweight side, because it only takes around 2 drinks where he starts to look woozy. The Elysian, on the other hand, looks like he's at that point where you're so drunk you look punched in the face that actually anyone punching you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
His mustache is doing some impressive twirls.
I make my way through the crowd towards him.
Hey, you gotta wait for this challenger to fall over. You gotta wait. Wait, I say, you uncultured rube. All 3 of you, get in line.
Oh, right, yeah.
None of you can hold the wine. Can't even hold your beer. Can't hold wine. Fine wine. This stuff is horrible, though. But it's the best I've ever had.
I'm presuming that this is someone in the crowd telling me to wait my turn and whatnot.
No, this is him looking at you saying this.
I don't know much about wine, but I do know plenty about bears in the forest.
Bears! Bear stole my sword! 18 legs it had!
Yeah, well, it has 4 fewer legs now, and what's more, there's like 20 fewer bears in the forest now.
Oh, grand hero, yeah! Like most of the bar is like kind of cheering a bit, drunkenly. Mighty tale you tell! What proof have you?
The person with the bag of teeth is outside.
All right, gentlemen, I consider myself the winner. I shall now see to this man's bag of horses. He tries to rise, can't seem to find his legs. Who has sabotaged my shoes?
It was me.
I help him up, though I'm getting the impression we're not going to be able to get much use out of him tonight.
Well, you manage to get him to his feet, and he leans on you a lot, and looks about ready to hurl, but he's on his feet.
Out into the cool evening air we go.
Oh, Lord, me eyes. Oh, I can't see. Oh, wait, it's just dark. I thought I was struck blind. Oh, well, who's this? Ma'am, you have the ugliest face. Oh, no, that's a horse.
We've done your task. Are you not... Ugh, how drunk is he?
He leans close to Rinlishin and just kind of whispers, "Why is the ghost of my Nan berating me again? What necromancy are you performing?"
Rin lets him, helps him down onto his back, maybe.
Lump. I challenge you to an honor bound. How does one challenge a ceiling to a duel?
Valeria
It keeps moving.
She retrieves a bucket from the back of the cart. I presume there's a trough.
Uh-huh.
She fills up the bucket.
I have a bucket of water.
And dumps it on the asshole's face.
Ah, I've been assaulted. Mercy! Mercy!
I dare say that was the wrong end of the horse to use.
He sits up and scrubs furiously at his mustache face and goes, "Who cheated? Where's my coin? And did I lose the bet? I'm right here."
We need you alert. You're coming with us.
To what end? Why? Have we been attacked?
We have found your lost sword, good sir, in the head of the, well, let's be honest, spider that it was stuck in.
Truly? You found my blade?
Yeah.
I thought it lost. Are you well, I'd best look at it.
Was it that dangerous when you left it?
It's sharp? What do you mean?
It explodes.
That... My blade... A moment. And he sort of staggers half upright, gets over to the horse trough and dunks his head a few times. Oof. These... I don't know, too much wine and dine. They want me about for real. And free-flowing wine wherever you go. No masks. Oh, my head. Alright, you said you found my sword, yes? My sword is a Orlesian saber. So, I think a rapier, but a little more force behind it. Family generations four times. So, my great-grandfather's blade. Mine now, obviously. I think a dwarf saw to it once or twice in its history. I don't know. It was sharp and it functions, and losing it was a blow to my honor, but I was too drunk to really remember whether or not it was a bear or, say, a spider? The heck?
It was
Let
a
me
great
see the
hive
blade.
of spiders.
Let me see the blade. I will determine if it is mine, and if it is mine and exploding, we will see to it, I suppose, exploding. How does a blade explode?
Frequently.
Yeah, well, help me up. Goodness. I'm still wearing my trousers, oh thank goodness.
Yes, thanks for us all. Come on, we had to leave it in the forest.
Yeah, because it explodes, yes. Go.
I'll take care of Lorraine.
Thank you.
After some cajoling and mostly carrying him, he is going to get to the forest. I'm just going to quietly roll some things to see whether or not they're eating my spiders while you're gone.
We do have an exploding sword.
You instead are assaulted by squirrels, who are way too friendly.
I got a crossbow, and I'm hungry.
Yeah, okay, now you have squirrel kebab.
It's a pre-made kebab.
Yep,
No need to get a metal spike. You just use the crossbow bolt.
exactly. Yeah, he's following. Alright, you two have arrived, so, Domcos and, Milgren, you see a very sloshed Orlesian being propped up by Illyria, who, as soon as he sees the blade, points and goes, that's my sword, but, what'd you do to it?
This is how we found it.
Yeah, well, it's missing a sliver. More than a sliver. It's missing... Okay, see here where the edge is at the tip. You would mistake it just for a normal blade sword, but like one of your blades, but it's supposed to taper forward more. It's missing a good fourth of its length.
It was in the head of a spider.
Well, last I checked, spiders aren't made of bone, but fair it be. Well, that blade is useless. You say it explodes?
Do you want to poke a bush with it?
No, why don't you?
Very well. I'll go ahead and poke a bush, I guess.
Well, it explodes is a good way of putting it. It's like as soon as the sword tip, where the tip is, looks like it is, it forcibly ejects anything near the tip in a really violent manner. The world's harshest shove, so to speak.
So, the thing you were describing before as a dagger,
Yes.
does it actually have a hilt?
Somewhat of a hilt, yes. Where the hilt is, it's a very rough sort of hilt. It looks like someone kind of made the hilt first and added the dagger after, if that makes any sense. Like they replaced.
Just
the
making
previous...
sure we're not talking about the same two pieces somehow on two different spiders.
No, we're not talking about that.
Good, because that'd be bizarre.
Yeah, that would have been very bizarre. I would love to know how that lovemaking worked.
Probably
I
the
won.
spider underwent mitosis or something.
Yes.
We
Regardless,
really
he
don't
looks
need
over his
spider
blade and
mitosis.
well, that's mine. It's broken, obviously, but I can't really expect any better. Oh, my head. I apologize. What was I said I'd give you for something? You did this for a reason other than my bragging? Or to brag at me, I presume?
10 million gold.
Originally, you'd said I could keep the blade. I don't quite think that's a fair trade at this point.
Generally, it's not. You're a fine lady. How about this? If you have time, I'll, when I'm less... when there's not 4 of you around me, who are 10 of you, oh Lord, oh goodness, my head. Just see to me tomorrow, and I'll have something for you. I'm going to fall down now.
Hey, before you fall down.
Too late. And he falls down.
Alright, what are we doing with the sword?
Burying it.
Yeah.
It feels like a waste.
I'm afraid if we bury it, some poor bastard's gonna walk over it and set it off.
50
plan.
years later, a farmer in this area is tilling his new field, digs up the sword, and it's Armageddon all over again.
Well, we could simply take the blade, throw it at the tree of spiders, and let's just see what happens.
How about we take the blade and throw it at this damn Teventer?
That seems like a plan.
Have I just given you a thing where every time there's a new villain, you're going to throw it at him?
Who's the best at throwing in the group?
Like a door, throw.
I believe that would actually be our new warrior.
Yeah, she does actually have throwing axes, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
Yeah, good
I
luck
think
sheathing that.
her strength is a point or 2 higher than mine.
Yeah, actually, it would be an improvised throwing weapon. Yeah.
Good luck sheathing that sword. That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
So
we just
should
need
we-
to find another spider.
Should we just find a stone and see if we can shove it in it?
You get the impression that might cause the stone to explode as a Erica's tip.
Well, apparently the spider wasn't exploding, so...
Yeah.
So we need something living to shove it in, like a Teventer.
Then what we do is we bury the sword point up here in the forest, and we lure the Teventer to come out here and trip on it. Nothing could go wrong with this plan.
Of course
I'll
not.
tell him I got a lot of slaves right over there in that tent.
I'm getting unexpected errors out of the server right now.
I'm not doing anything.
Nothing odd going on at this end.
Well, you need to do something with it and the unconscious or legion.
Well, him we just carry back to town.
Let's just sell it to whoever the magic dealer is in town and not tell them about it.
We
He may
wouldn't
or
be
may
able to
not
get it
stab you with the sword.
inside.
Also that.
Burying it is the safest option we have. Unless you are able to disenchant it.
If we do bury it, we can come back to it later.
We should
As
give it
long
to
as you
the
remember where
dwarves,
you buried
they can
it.
disenchant it.
We just have to make a marker.
Who's the best at remembering things?
Well, not you.
God, is it actually going to be Valeria?
I believe remembering things is cunning in this system. So
Probably Valeria.
It's so weird that she has the highest cunning and she's just the warrior.
Hey, it works though.
I have a cunning of 2.
1.
Sometimes that's the way the dice roll.
You're a smart warrior. That's something to be proud of.
I can help dig.
Well, we have a map,
You do.
so she's going to try to make an estimate, figure out where they are, and make a notch on the map.
Cunning check. So I don't think you have cartography as a fucking focus.
Ew. 11.
Alright, you think you have a pretty good marker. I mean, admittedly, you're using Goldberry as a marker, and Goldberry doesn't exist on this map, so...
That's a good point. Let's bury it in the Elvish Cemetery.
Huh, I'm apparently out of, I'm getting an out-of-memory error for the Java heap space.
Alright, so I'm presuming you bury the sword. My only question is,
And
how
I've
deep do you
rebooted from
make
the server.
Goodbye. I need to know how deep's the hole.
Yeah, I just deliberately booted you so that you could safely reconnect.
And I just banned you because why not?
No!
Anyways, yes, sword. Burying. You're marking it on the map. Marking the actual site with anything.
Yeah, we have to find something to do that with.
A sword.
I mean, we could technically just put the sword in just face down the hilltop and hope no one finds it.
Hey, a sword!
Yeah, we can just, 6 feet deep and then put the sword in, point down.
I'm sad.
That would make it a bit more than 6 foot deep as it explodes part of the earth, but...
Yeah, why don't we dig with the sword?
Yeah, good luck with that one. Who wants to do that?
Him?
Yeah,
I'll do
you
it.
can do it.
I will do it.
Okay, Cerebus, dexterity check. Fun happens.
I have it too.
Fun happens. You
Oh,
got
God.
below a 9,
Sorry, is he actually doing this?
apparently.
That's what he said.
I'll do it.
I need... I guess this would be the save, so let's go with the reflex save.
I'm used to blowing myself up.
Reflex save aren't a thing in this system.
There's some sort of save. No, that's
No,
will.
it's an ability check, so...
Right. It's just... I guess it'd be just another dexterity ability check, wouldn't it? Alright, go on then.
That's 14.
Okay, good news. You don't actually blow your leg off. You just blow a chunk of your own flesh off.
Still losing memory space, apparently.
You take 5 points of damage. It goes through armor. Just 5 points.
Is that penetrating them? So.
Yeah, it's penetrating. It's not really slicing so much as pushing with enough force to shear things out of existence. So
That's fine.
you just had a chunk of fish pushed away.
Fish?
That's good. I didn't need
Flesh.
that fish anyway.
Hash. Okay, so you failed to make a hole in anything except your leg. So, want to keep trying, or are you done?
This is why
tempting
we
fate.
should dig.
I still say we keep this and throw it at the Tevinter.
He says, blood dripping down his leg with a hole in it.
Yeah, no.
If it did this to me, think what it'll do to the Tevinter.
I don't even know what Tevinter you're talking about. I just think this is a weapon that's best kept out of anyone's hands for now, until we learn how to control it.
I mean, if I could find a way to safely strap it to a crossbow bolt, I'd use it, but no chance of that.
I'm going to attempt to chip a bit off. No, not really.
I was going to say, are you going to dig a hole normally, or are you going to keep trying to use the hard sword?
Digging hole.
Okay, time passes, hole is dug, sword is thrown in hole is made slightly deeper by sword, bury sword. Expediency.
Yes. Considering all it takes is time.
At that point, you drag his drunk ass back to the inn, and it is officially night.
I think everyone could use some rest.
As to the condition of Lorraine, I'm going to take a handle animal from Valeria to clarify exactly what has happened.
That's a +5.
Alright, her leg has been more or less gnawed to the bone and kept at an awkward angle for too long, and a lot of problems. As I said, she's going to lose 4 squares, 4 yards, 4 whatevers of movement. She's going to take a -1 in every dexterity-based thing. Just -1 in dexterity, basically.
I just want to ask one thing, though. Are you aware that also affects movement?
I know, it's an extra 1 on top of that. I'm just saying there's 2
just making sure
effects.
you know that it's double dipping.
I know. I'm just these are 2 kind of separate things going on. One is because you're down a leg, and the other one has to do with more than just the leg.
So to be clear, does she no longer have the leg?
She still has the leg, which is why I'm saying at this point, this is something that could mend either over enough time and care, or with someone who's kind of an expert at these sort of things. Or, just enough magic. So that magic bit is actually very, very rare. There are a few, very, very few, mages who specialize in healing and are any good at it beyond like the most vague way.
Not to mention, dogs are different than people.
There's that too. Menabari. There are those who master Menabari, so maybe it might translate. You're not sure.
If only I knew what a Menabari was.
Big dog.
Mabari.
Sorry, I never say it right.
Well, a Manabari is when a Mabari and a person love each other very much.
A little too much.
So it's like a centaur with a Mabari.
No.
That'd be awesome.
No, we're not having dog centaurs. Anyway, you're back at the inn. Do what thou wilt.
I think everyone's going to bed.
I would think so.
The good news is I heal that
going to bed your really sleepy points.
How many do you heal?
10 plus Constitution for 6 hours of rest.
There you
Also, hold on. Valyria healing. Mogren.
Mogren's fine.
You get it anyway. Some cost.
Oh, sorry, 10 plus Constitution plus 11.
Oh yes,
Rin.
I'm fully healed.
Yeah, me too.
I could heal everyone for one time with all of this too. So
Was mine the 11 or the 14?
yours the 11, but it has a +3 on it, so it's 14.
Okay.
Sarabas is a roll of 17.
And that's how much you heal. Enjoy. So there's that healing on top of what you're going to get, which is 10 plus level plus con mod for your 6 hours of sleep.
Next level, I'm just going to take specialization in healing.
Speaking of which, we have to have leveled up from that.
Yes, but I have to do some
Session.
homework. Yes, after session number 1, number 2, there's some homework that is being applied here. Come morning, after everyone has probably had a fair bit of sleep.
Lorraine's
Valyria,
coming, by the way, with Valyria. She's carrying her into her room and letting her sleep with her and taking care of her as she can.
Okay. Valyria, you are politely contacted by the no longer sloshed or legion at some point during the morning.
Good.
Just kind of knocks and sticks his head in. Pardon, milady, can I speak to you for a moment?
Yes, you may.
Outside, when you're ready.
Very well. And she'll make sure she's fully dressed and etc.
Yes.
Not going out in the nightgown. Oh, Mr. Elysian.
You're assuming she has a nightgown.
True. She does still have that dress, doesn't she?
She does. She's not sleeping in that. That's expensive.
No,
was
she could
expensive.
change into it.
Regardless, I'm going to assume you show up in armor.
Yes.
He is also in armor, and just sort of casually tosses you, hilt first, and sheathed a blade. That is not the blade I promised you. That is a training sword. I have seen only a little of how you Fereldans enjoy fighting, and I doubt you've ever seen a proper Elysian knight show you what you have. I am going to personally make up to you the lost blade by teaching you, well, a little of what I was taught.
See, I told you, he's trying to get you to do a sexy massage.
Moving on.
He is just going to teach her how to chevalier things. This was kind of leading to that.
Uh-huh.
In case it wasn't blaringly obvious when I gave you the quest, this is where you're going to pick up chevaliering, so when you level, you can do it.
In 2 levels.
I know, but hey, I wanted to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Besides, it makes sense. It's sort of the thing you would pick up on the
Can
road.
we just go to level 6?
No.
Seriously, though.
No.
Pardon?
Right, so that's being handled as he basically just sort of teaches you a lot about Orlesian fencing specifically, which is a lot more footwork than you're used to. It's not to say you're not there isn't footwork in Ferelden swordplay, but Ferelden swordplay is a lot more about the parry and the use of armor and or shields included with it. Dueling is a more Orlesian style, which relies a lot of free hand and footwork.
I find this very amusing for one reason. Kaylee's actually fenced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you know more than I do. I'm just saying, culture-wise, that's how Fereldans and Orlesians differ. Now, Chevaliers are even more trained than that, but we'd get to that later. Point is, for now, fencing, yay, sort of. It's more heavy fencing than proper rapier fencing, but anyway. And that same morning, Cerebus, I think you're going to finally get a hand on that book. You guys found a book that, well, no one could really read, but you can kind of read it. It's snippets of what more or less comes down to arcane formula, but it's not the usual stuff. Usually when, you're talking an arcane book with, stuff on magic, it's a lot of this much mass plus this much mana equals this, and there's a lot of calculations, but it has more to do with physical beings, like, humans and stuff.
I should point out my character wasn't in a mage tower and probably hasn't read any magical books before.
If you know magic, you probably let's put it this way: you had to have picked it up on the way. You did not literally go straight from the ship / being chained up to Herrick's employ to now. There was a space where before in Herrick's employ you kind of had to survive and learn things, and under Herrick's employ you learn things. It's kind of implied. Otherwise, you'd be grunting in your native language and can't see and other problems.
Most Qunari can speak some trade tongue.
Yeah, you're not most Qunari. You are a slave chained up and kept blinded. So that's my point. You are past that. There has been background.
I wasn't always a mage.
This is... Point. Yeah, point stands. If you weren't always a mage, that doubles the reason why you would have learned how to read this. Okay. To be a mage, one must know how to read. It's just, you gotta.
I was being groomed for a different job before I started manifesting powers. It was all in my background.
And however it is you have mastered them, you had to have learned to read their, magic at some point, and this is part of that.
So,
as I was saying,
all sorcerers are actually wizards?
Sort of.
Yeah,
you can
that's
manifest
how things
it.
work in this setting.
It's weird. They can manifest it like sorcerers and just have wild magic roaming around that explodes, but through training, discipline, and study, specifically study, because there is like a formula to this, they can temper it into something functional rather than just explosions.
Okay.
Yeah, people who don't have magical ability can't be mages in this setting. You can't just study to become one.
So it's a little of both, essentially, is what we're saying.
Yeah, that's why the Templars come by and it's easy for them to find who has magic because they can basically just tell.
Yeah, and again, if you're not trained and haven't studied in things, all your magic is explosions and you have no control over it. So, that's why Cerebus can read this.
Or having sex with the demons.
Now then, long story short, instead of what books you have read, which detail more things like human-sized mass, like dealing with more organic things, like if you do this and this with the Fae, that'll cause an organic being to explode in a shower of blood kind of things. This one has a lot more to do with inanimate things. Metal and wood, stone, leather, that sort of thing. You're not too sure of the readings yet. You're going to need to study this some more, but it's definitely doing stuff that isn't the usual throw a fireball at it.
This will teach me how to make shoes.
You could, You're going to want to keep an eye on this.
Behold my magical shoes.
So write that down somewhere and try and remember it.
Even if it doesn't teach you how to make shoes, I'm sure you could cobble it together somehow.
Mogren, I'm presuming since you're the most
Ba-doom-boom.
educated in this field, you're going to look over the dagger and shield.
Yes.
Roll
what?
your praise.
+3, +3.
All right. Do you have any gather information type skills, or does someone else?
Uh,
I believe Rin does, but
Yeah, Rin can go and start flirting with everyone again and do seduction all over.
yeah, I don't have any kind of information gathering.
Rin,
Yes?
please roll me a communications test to go and try and find a little bit of information that is required by Smogren before he's sure of something.
What kind of communication test?
What's it called? Not etiquette.
Seduction.
Well, he could have
Seduction.
seduction, I guess, but that wouldn't really get him the people he wants. Brokering would do it, I suppose.
Yes, you should always say the skill and the focus that you're asking for.
Yeah, brokering.
Alrighty. That is +0.
It's going to take most of the day. Tom Cost, you want to see if you can have like an extra pair of eyes and ears on this? That's a yes. Okay, between the three of you, you get the information Mogren needs, mostly by talking to the armor smith and what little he knows of runes. The dagger is inscribed with one kind of rune and the shield with another. The dagger is actually a bit interesting. It looks like something a Darkspawn would put together, if less befouled. It's very poorly made, and much like the shield in a way. It's not so much the material that's poorly made when it comes to the dagger, it is just iron. It's just, it looks like someone took a chunk of iron that looked vaguely dagger-shaped, and then took a vaguely hilt-shaped piece of wood and kind of just jammed them together enough to make his weapon, finger quotes, and then promptly put a rune on it. Now, from what you can tell, this is one of two types of rune, but you're not sure which. The first plausible explanation is that it's just a rune of what is essentially striking, so it hits harder. Conversely, it can also be a rune of devastation and hit even harder sometimes. The difference comes down to striking is reliable, but hits less hard. Devastation can potentially gut someone in one go, but it doesn't happen all the time. As to why someone ruined this piece of shit up in the first place is beyond you.
Yeah.
As to the shield, this one's a little more interesting. Oh, where is it? Here we go. Right. This thing is actually more, despite its make being of shittier than pig iron somehow. I don't know what you'd call that. Its rune is beyond anything you've ever seen, to be honest. Really, it took a lot of guessing on this one, and you're going to say it's a rune of fortitude, rune of fortune, but it's just beyond the make. Like, this is the kind of thing a dwarven master would put on, like, the king's sword or some shit. This thing is, this rune is way too good for this piece of shit.
What does it do, exactly?
Well, you know that runes of fortune allow you to, once per encounter, get a bonus on any one die roll of your choice. You're just not sure what the bonus is beyond really high. So it's kind of like it's a shield that, while shitty by itself, has a once per encounter save your ass ability, essentially. Or make your ass kick more ass. It's kind of hard to tell. So there you are. The dagger either has a rune of striking or a rune of devastation, and the shield definitely has a rune of fortune. You're just not sure of the power on either of these things. Like I said, you don't really have a specialist or enchanter with you or nearby.
Yes, but speaking of it as just being a shield, how does it compare to, say, the shield Valyria is currently using?
Well, it's considered a heavy shield. It just takes a -3 on everything.
So, junk.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Question. The fortune thingy.
Yeesh.
Do you have to be actively, like, holding the shield on your arm to use it?
No.
So what, are you just going to just want to carry a shield around for no reason?
It's fairly hefty. It would weigh, well, it weighs as much as heavy shields. There you go.
That doesn't help me.
Anyway, where'd they put the heavy shield weight in this blasted thing?
Though I actually don't know how you determine how much you can carry.
Has to do with your strength. And, like, sensibility and DM fiat and things. Let's put it this way. I will let you carry it on your back, but I don't see how you're also carrying a backpack, for example.
Wouldn't the backpack just go over it?
Or
I
hook the
guess.
backpack to the thing.
Maybe, but
Let
that's
me
the
put it
limit
this
of what
way.
I could
The only
say.
reason I bring it up is because I'm not carrying much at all compared to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I
I have
could
a
maybe
crossbow, and I have a short sword.
Well, where are you putting the crossbow when not in use?
That has its own thing. That does not go in the bag.
And, like, does it have, like, a holster on your back?
It's lower back.
So, like, across the... I'd allow it, but you're going to take a penalty on, like, anything that involves tumbling around, like, you know, excessive acrobatics, basically.
Yeah, we'll see if it's worth anything at some point, I guess.
All you know that as a shield of fortune, you know that sometimes you're fortunate, and there you go.
Well, keeping the dagger. Dagger's mine.
Alright, there's a dagger. It's either striking or devastation. You don't know which or how powerful. That's a dagger.
Either way, it's better than normal dagger.
Yeah. And that is your pile of loot.
Loot pile!
You're a pile of loot.
I mean, there's also the throwing axes, but you already gave those, so... Cerebus has his bark. Mogan took those. Yep, that's everything. And that is a decent place to close session, unless you have any shopping, like, quick to do or anything.
Well, I do, but I need to know how much money we get from things first, so...
Well, he's not paying any of you for what you just did. Your payment was, here's some
actually,
lessons.
that is the one thing. We would be bringing those trophies to the mayor because they have a bounty.
Yeah.
So I need
remembered.
to, yeah. I'll need to know how much we bought, but...
I could do some basic like bargaining rolls or something, but
If you have a bargaining
it's
roll
fine
to
to
make,
do
you
it
can
next
make
time.
it.
It's not a big deal.
Okay, if you want to
just
hold
wanted-
off on it.
I just wanted to, now that I know how that works, I wanted to buy some armor with the better armor rating.
well, which one of us has a decent roll? Because might be able to just do that, so you can figure out the gold we would be getting between
Fair enough.
sessions. It's easier
I
to
believe
shop.
Logren
then.
is the one who's good at this.
At what?
Education, barter, trade, that sort of thing.
No, I have a cunning +1. The only thing I have a specialty in is actually evaluating things. I'm not good at selling them.
Yes,
Weird.
Barter is cunning. I have a +2.
Okay, so it's still Valyria.
Yeah, I'm gonna... I want to sell my Morning Star and get a two-handed axe, since they actually do the same damage right now, and I'm gonna
See,
go
one
into two-handed
colossal
axes.
spider and 3 big uns. Or sorry, 2 big uns because one couldn't be trophified because he had dagger instead.
Can I aid another that barter check by
What are you doing? Like
Helping.
fucking...
helping with tell the tale of the epic fight required to kill them damn things?
You,
Huh?
you make, like sound effects when she
He
explains
does.
No,
He does
fast
actually have a
talking.
reputation around town.
He does.
You're right, you do.
You just show up
Alright,
and
I'll
try to
allow it.
seduce him.
Also, I will allow that as well, but there are dangers if you fail.
Oh God! Now you have to do it. We
So
said
you're
you're doing
going
it. You have
to
to do
just-
it now.
Normal or seduction? What you doing?
Good lord, no. Seduction is for intrigue only, and it only lets me re-roll.
Go on then.
No. This is just a regular cunning aid another.
Go on then.
I have to hit 10. Even with my +2. I do not succeed at aiding another, but I don't botch either.
I can help.
No, you can't. No. I am not having a crowd of adventurers go to the mayor and go, no, totally, guy, look at them, hold up a play or some shit. No.
Still, the mayor has A, met me, and B,
Your reputation
knows,
is helping
yeah.
with Valyria's role, if nothing else.
Okay.
Yep,
You're
and
going
she
to
only
net
got an 11.
yourselves 450 silvers for the Colossal Fang and the 3 big uns. which is a fairly hefty pile of silver.
Split 5 ways is 90 silver, folks.
Sounds good.
Sorry, how many silver?
9-0.
90 each. You all have 90 silver to yourselves.
Woo!
So I have 151 silver to buy things with. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
That's
This is
enough to buy
quite
my
a bit
armor.
of silver. It's not, buy your own casting amount. Of
Right,
silver,
we don't
but
actually have anything to track our gold with on here, do we?
I believe I gave you a pile, but I'll double check.
It's not there.
I have it
Weird.
in my spreadsheet.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see if I had something to actually make double check my numbers with.
Let me give you.
And it's 100 silver to a gold.
Yep.
100 silver to a gold, 100 copper to a silver. The base unit of money in the system is actually silvers.
Yep, silvers, not gold. Silvers. You're not rich.
So how do these tailored leather dusters work? They stack with other armor?
Yeah, 45 silver, you put it on your armor, you get 4 extra armor bonus. I don't know why everybody doesn't have them when they're that cheap.
Okay. I guess I'll get one of those.
I'm going to get one on my armor, too.
Oh, no. Just a sec. Yeah, no. You're looking at the light and tailored leather dusters, yes?
Yep, they don't have item descriptions.
Right. They do not add to your armor rating. They do not stack with your armor rating. You add them to clothing. Or you wear a tailored leather duster over light armor or heavy leather armor. Only the best armor armor rating actually gets used.
Otherwise, you have plate wearers wearing giant coats.
Which it sounds cool, but let's not do that.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't actually say how any of this works in the book, and they didn't release a errata for it.
I think what the plus 45 silver means is it's that much more expensive over a regular leather duster?
No, not over a light leather duster.
I don't know. I mean, it's still
If
probably...
it doesn't stack, there'd be no reason to buy one.
I mean, there's an advantage over heavy leather in that there's no armor penalty.
No, I'm like the light leather duster actually has a reason somebody would buy it. Like a mage doesn't have strain wearing it, but the tailored leather duster, if it doesn't stack on armor, there'd be no reason to have it, and there'd be no reason for it to cost 45 silver.
And you're expecting each and every piece of armor in this to have a purpose. Methinks they didn't write it that well.
I don't
Yes,
know.
Which is probably true.
I
Well,
kind
they
of
didn't because they didn't add item descriptions for this item.
I kind of agree something's up here because the same thing with lined with concealed pockets is the exact same writing, and that's obviously meant to be just 2 armor plus 25 gold. Try 25 silver.
On the token map, you now should all have money piles. Feel free to use those.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking because that actually makes sense of stacking price for that item because that's 45 silver for 4 when it's 30 silver for just the heavy leather in the first place. Of course, the problem with that is the heavy leather with the tailored duster costs less than light plate does.
Yeah, but light plate can add that.
Yeah, true, because the light plate can also add that for another 45 silver to get another 4. So, and then you can line it with concealed pockets.
So
And
do
then
they
wear a
stack or
tabard
no?
over all that. Enchant the tabard.
Do they stack or no?
Are you demanding I make a ruling on this because the book doesn't say?
Yeah, I'm thinking the Tailor Duster is supposed to, but the light leather duster isn't.
Lay
The
some
impli-
knowledge on us.
The implication is clearly there in how it's written, because it doesn't. We have no, because there's no description to go off of. We have no option other than to compare it to what is written similarly. So I'm going to rule that it does stack.
With any other armor?
I'm going to say it can't stack with any armor that is above its pay grade, because at that point it's not benefiting you.
May
at that point.
That's kind of dangerous because that means that plate becomes obsolete.
It does.
Yeah, no. The whole reason for that is I'm guessing it's supposed to let you upgrade armor further, because I'm guessing once you hit level. But once you have a warrior with heavy plate, they don't have anywhere to go, and that can happen as early as level 2.
Yeah, and keep in mind, heavy plate does require, plate requires extra to get to it too in terms of talents. So if it's
it just
not
seems
the
really
best
weird
armor,
that everyone will work. It makes sense that the fighter works towards full plate, and I don't know. It just seems weird. Everyone puts on fucking dusters.
It also has to be pointed out that there's nothing in the core rulebook that's really written to suit characters past level 6 or 10 or so. There is no higher tiers of items. There is no curve. It is meant for low-level adventurers, and everything else, I presume, you're supposed to either, use a different
fix this my
system
way.
or use other books.
You know what that is? It's not a leather duster. That is a combination of armor reinforcements / armored skirts / leather dusters and other things you would put on armor to help them increase your defensive abilities. There, I fixed it.
Yeah,
it's not just a fucking coat.
Yep,
Yeah.
that sounds better. Fluff it how you
It
want.
would be. Yeah, it would be nice if they did a rata for it, but they never did, even though people put this out. So shows you how much they care about the Dragon Age RPG.
Seriously. But there, I have fixed it with the power of DMing. It exists. Everyone can use it. Blah, blah, blah. It's just not a fucking coat every single goddamn time.
That's
the case of full plate, it's like reinforcements here and there, an armored skirt, blah, 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 blah.
What if I want it to be a coat?
Then it's a coat, motherfucker. I don't know. It's just if you have full plate, it wouldn't make sense to be a coat. That's what I'm saying.
It's a nice big cape.
Okay.
Sure. Have your cape. Be Batman.
Batman! I was thinking for 2 strain and only -1 to dex, I'll probably end up getting a heavy leather armor and putting a duster on it.
I will allow the duster to exist and do as a duster do. It's just not always a duster, unless you want it to be, you weird Westerners.
So it is a 45 SP, not further upgradable, +4 boost to armor rating.
Yes, and I will rule now that it cannot itself have a rune that supersedes or adds to the existing rune on your armor.
So it's just like Pathfinder.
A bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's based on an item Varric can get in Dragon Age 2.
Because Dragon Age 2 is the one they want to copy. Ugh.
Everything else is pulled from Dragon Age 1 except for this item that they didn't put any item description in for.
Morons.
I'm just going to leave the cost of blots in this game as an example of that.